today on Divorce Court.
John and I tried to start a family. It's been a really difficult road.
We went through a couple miscarriages, and it kind of like messed us up emotionally.
Money is our #1 issue.
She likes to live the lavish lifestyle, so I tried to give her that because I was in love with her and, you know, threw us off financially.
Jonathan likes to accuse me of sleeping with a lot of different people, but that's not true.
She cheated on me in the past, and it changed ever since.
It tears me apart that we're not on the same page anymore.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, and I'm not gonna get shamed on myself.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Jonathan Chavez and Kelly Condori. The two of you have been together for 5 years, married for 2.5, but you do not want to be married anymore. You don't have any children together, but Ms. Condori, you do have a child from a previous relationship. You are, again, getting a divorce, and Mr. Chavez, you are seeking over $8,000 for a number of things that you say she owes you, and we will talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Mr. Chavez, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here in divorce court today?
Well, we're here today because I just want to close a chapter in my life with this marriage. I do want to divorce my wife of 2.5 years, one of my best friends for 15 years. And it started back then. We met back in high school. You know, cute little chunky kid walks into cafeteria, sees a beautiful girl. I was infatuated from the beginning, even though I tried to play it like I wasn't.
She gotta be cool.
She definitely caught it on, though. I was sweating profusely the moment she grabbed my arm. For a while, you know, late teens and early adulthood, we were friends with benefits for a while. We never really solidified a relationship. We never really went out like a long period of time. But what happened was I was in a relationship for 4 years. We had a little falling out. She like basically threw me under the bus. And
now, which she are you talking about? The one you with the relationship?
Okay. My wife at the time, she wasn't my wife at the time. I was in a relationship with another girl.
Ms. Condori over there. Okay.
Correct. She basically told my girlfriend at the time everything that I was trying, you know, to contact her, maybe rekindle something. And we cut ties. I cut ties with her because my girlfriend at the time, like I said, I was 4 years with her. She just didn't want me speaking to her. So I gave her that benefit of the doubt, and I cut ties. That relationship ended short after, and about a year out of that relationship, I noticed that she had moved to Virginia, and I noticed she came back to New York. She was single, so obviously an old thing. I contacted her. We hung out, and we were intimate. We were intimate for about a week. We were intimate for about a week, and things got a little more serious. You know, I've kind of got more serious. I have more feelings for her. I cared more.
You caught feelings, as they say.
Yeah, basically. And we got together. And a year into our relationship, she ended up leaving and cheating on me. And I didn't see her for a week. I didn't hear from her for a week. I saw her post on social media that she was with family members of her ex, siblings. So I knew personally that she had slept with him.
When did you find out that while she was gone, she was sleeping with some other guy?
The later end of the week. So like Thursday, she left like on a Tuesday. I would say by like Thursday, Friday night, I knew she was already hanging out with a guy, which was an ex.
Let's talk to Ms. Condori for a moment here. Ms. Condori, is that true?
Somewhat.
Will you tell me what actually happened? Because it sounds pretty bad so far.
Yes. Like he mentioned, he was in a relationship with somebody else, and his family, when I came into the picture, his family did not like me. They basically saw me as
the side chick.
Yeah, they all basically gave me the cold shoulder, the nasty looks, the nasty remarks.
Well, can I ask you something, Ms.
Yes,
Condori?
ma'am.
What did you expect if you the side piece?
Ma'am.
What did you expect,
ma'am,
your reception to be?
That was between us. Nobody really knew about our situation at all. The family just...
Oh, that's just because you were young and don't know no better. Mamas know.
No.
I know which women my sons bring around and who's doing what to who.
No, ma'am, it was never like that. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, it was never like that. His family just grew attached to his ex, and they would just naturally assume that they were going to be together forever.
Right.
So when I came into the picture, I was somebody brand new, and they just told him, like, you're moving on too fast. It's just been 9 months since they broke up. So obviously we didn't care. We still, like, kept pushing on.
Right.
But it was a whole year of his ex being in the picture. We lived only right above his mother's house. So his ex would come to the mother's house to family events, family parties. That's how entwined she was in our lives. Mm-hmm. And she
But weren't you sleeping with him while he was dating her?
No, ma'am. That honestly, that is not my problem. That was between them and their relationship, and I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping with him. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I wasn't sleeping with you. You were trying to sleep with me, and she caught you.
I slept with you at least twice during my relationship.
I didn't know you were still with her though. So
it was in the beginning. That fallout happened
I didn't know.
End.
We were in our sexual relationship wasn't, hey, how was your life? How's stuff with your mom or with your wife? No, he literally was like, I sent her home. We broke up, and I was like, okay, fine, we could do us, I guess. But he never really told me his situation with his ex at all during the times that we were messing around. Mm-hmm. But this is way before. I'm talking about in a relationship. In our first year alone. His family would attack me, his family disrespected me, his friends didn't like me, his friends disrespected me. And every time I would ask him about, like, I would tell him, like, your family's doing this, he'll be like, don't talk crap about my family, that's my family. And he wouldn't listen that
you were being hurt.
Yeah, like, your family is hurting me. Your family's treating my son like an outcast.
This is when you were dating, or were you married?
Yes, this is a year of us dating.
A year of just dating, and they weren't accepting of your son and all of that. I understand that part of the story. I wanted you to finish that up, but then I want to get to the part where you explained to me that leaving town for a week and not talk about. Yes, that's what I'm getting at too, ma'am.
If you're telling me that you're gonna go see your cousin
who lives with the guy that she's thinking about working things out with,
and I see these messages and I see what you tell him, you did it while I was at work. You took my money to pay for the bus ticket, and then you went over there to go be with him. That's what I felt.
So, Ms. Condori, why don't you tell me how the relationship with his family progressed, and then end with the story about you leaving for a week?
Well, it got worse, and within that year, it got really worse, and it affected me a lot because it just they showed it to my son. Mm-hmm. The whole
disdain,
the distance
dislike.
And everything. Yeah. So he would also show his indiscretions with my son too. Like, he'll try to keep away from him because he didn't want to get too involved with somebody else and have that separation again. Right. So for a whole year, I've been going. I'm seeing this, and
this is the whole year that you're dating.
Yes, that we're dating as boyfriend and girlfriend, living together as boyfriend and girlfriend.
So how long were you going together before you started living together?
2 months.
So, Ms. Condori, get me to the point where you left.
Well, at this point, I'm feeling confused. I already have commitment issues as it is. Mm-hmm. So I was not in a good position. We just finished getting into a fight about his family, and he wasn't realizing how I felt at all. So, yeah, I went to meet up with my cousin. Mm-hmm. My cousin happened to be hanging out with my ex. I stayed there for a week, came back, and I told him what happened. I told him how I felt, and I told him that even though he did wanted us to still stay together, I told him I wasn't where I was at. I didn't know what I wanted, and I was confused. So we broke up for 3 months. We still lived together, but I wasn't.
You guys weren't together.
Yeah, we weren't together. He was doing his thing. He was dating other people. He slept with somebody else, and
I was sleeping with you for the most part.
Do you have a different view or recitation of the events that occurred when she got back?
Definitely do.
Tell me what they are.
Before she left, originally, I didn't want her to go because I knew her ex was there. I knew she was still speaking with him. I've read messages. We were really open. She could look at my phone, I could look at hers. but occasionally she wouldn't delete the things that she needed to delete, which is telling the guy, hey, you know, maybe we can work it out before leaving. So if you're telling me that you're gonna go see your cousin,
who lives with the guy that she's thinking about working things out with,
and I see these messages and I see what you tell him, I'm not gonna want you to go, and you go anyways, and you don't do it maturely. You did it while I was at work. You took my money to pay for the bus ticket. You took, you know what I mean? Like, and then you went over there to go be with him. That's what I felt. And I've never got that closure. She's never given me a straight answer of, yeah, you know what? I was trying to work it out with him because of all the mishaps that we had.
I got you. Let me do this. I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond to that, but I also want you to discuss. My understanding is that your fights about these matters are so destructive that it contributed to the end of this marriage, and I want to talk about that.
We argue about everything. It's with him, his anger, it's literally tip it and he will go off.
Completely.
And he has called me a piece of crap. And it's not just a piece of crap. It's you're grimy, you're spiteful B-word, you're ungrateful, you're unappreciative.
I want to talk about the way you guys fight, but before that, Mr. Chavez accused you of wholesale ratchetness in the manner in which you dealt with this other guy. I want to give you an opportunity to respond about the things he said about the way you did it. Did you use his money and to go down there and all that kind of stuff?
No, ma'am, I didn't use his money to buy the tickets at all. Actually, the only thing I did do was take $50 from him, and that's about it.
That's about it, but
Yeah.
the rest of it you paid for on your own?
Yeah. So I don't know what he's talking about. It's literally $1.50 in megabytes.
Mr. Chavez, you say that she's destructive and angry and tears stuff up. Give me an example
All right,
of
so there
how
was
that
one time that we
happens.
were arguing, and it's always usually about another female in the picture or whatnot, and we had a shelf set, like a little shelf system, where we went to a wedding, and she took a vase and put all the pictures of the wedding, and it was a nice
Beautiful,
ornament, a
yeah.
nice memory for us as a family. We have pictures on there, you know, old picture frames that we've had for a while now, and she literally came out arguing, and she flipped it. Everything broke everywhere. She tends to throw cups. She tends to throw her phone. And she's just very vulgar with her talking to me. She calls me a piece of crap all the time. A fat piece of crap, to be honest. Because I've always been big. It doesn't bother me. I'm from New York. Snaps are for free. It's what it is. I've been.
I got you. Ms. Condori, what do you have to say about the nature of your
I've never called him
conflict?
I've never called him any of those names. Actually, in fact, he's the one that's extremely verbal. He's the one that actually, we argue about everything. It's with him, his anger, it's literally tip it and he will go off.
Completely.
And he will, it's not, I only call him a piece of crap because he has done it he has called me that so many times already that it has pushed me to the point that if he doesn't care, I'm not gonna care neither. And it's not just a piece of crap. It's you're grimy, you're spiteful B-word, you're ungrateful, you're unappreciative, you don't do anything.
I will agree to. But the other ones.
Mr. Chavez, take a step back. Usually both people are at least participating a bit in the foul words and the ugly language.
But
So do you own that you get angry as well?
Yeah, of course, obviously,
and you're
yes.
yelling and hollering and everybody's acting a fool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah, you got to own it.
All right, you're right.
you got to own it. Okay. I want to move now onto something I think is a very deep and difficult story for you to tell. There was a miscarriage and a great deal of damage done to the relationship in the wake of that miscarriage, and I want to talk about that. Ms. Condori, I'm going to ask you to tell me about what happened with respect to the miscarriage and how his and his family's response burdened or hurt you.
We actually had 3 miscarriages. We've been trying to have a family for a year. Jonathan doesn't have any kids. I know that's his main goal. That has been his goal since he was 16 years old. I had the IUD for 5 years. I took it off, and people usually tell you that you get pregnant immediately. So we kind of held on to that. But every month, I would get my period, and it would be a huge disappointment. And he didn't realize it, that it took a toll on me, because I would get it, and he would just be, like, angry about it, that I wasn't pregnant.
That's not true.
So it would make me feel worthless. It would make me feel like I'm not doing something right. We got pregnant the first time. He jumped the gun, told everybody. Yeah, we were only 2 weeks. His family didn't take it as
a positive.
As a
they
positive,
were happy.
yeah. But we ended up having the miscarriage a week later after we made the announcement. The second time, actually, we were 3 months pregnant, and we made the announcement, and a week later, we lost the baby again.
Ms. Condori, I am so sorry. So very, very sorry. Mr. Chavez, were you supportive? And I'm going to say something before I say this. Oftentimes, guys come in here when a woman gets a miscarriage and can't understand why she's, well, get over it. It's a process that just didn't complete, and don't understand the depth and the breadth of her grief. Were you supportive?
Yeah, I was very helpful. You know, I made sure she was comfortable. I mean, we fought a lot, but it was more of accusations at first.
He really wasn't supportive. A week later, after I had my miscarriage of 3 months, we were arguing, and he left because I kicked him out, I guess, one of those moments. And he started adding other females, looking at other females' Facebook a week after my miscarriage.
That was after the second one.
Yes, it was.
It was after the second one.
No, is that I'm talking about the second miscarriage?
Whatever miscarriage it was, how come you looking at other women a week
Absolutely.
after she lost your baby?
Absolutely. It wasn't like I probably did it out of just to get her angry, because she was kicking me out all the time. She was literally, and it wasn't kicking. It wasn't kicking me out at 8 in the evening, or where I could find somebody. She would pick an argument with me, and kick me out at 3, 4 in the morning.
I see what's going on here. I see where you're missing each other. I see where your communication skills and your your ability to contain and control your emotions is not there. But I want to take this opportunity to get a third eye on this, because Ms. Condori contends, and rightfully so, that a lot of what goes wrong in your relationship is a function of her feeling alienated from her family. So I want to bring Karima Capret out here so she can speak on behalf of the family, and maybe we can get some of that resolved. Ms. Capret, how are you?
Hi.
Good day. There is so much here. I've got a new witness. There is so much that everybody has to say, and I want to give this matter the attention that it deserves. So I'm going to adjourn it for today. We will reconvene tomorrow, get a fresh start, and we'll figure out what's going on. This matter is adjourned.
She likes to live lavishly in the sense of like going out to eat or going to the movies, and I would do these things. I would do these things even when we didn't have sufficient amount of income.
We closed the door, and his brother then proceeded, as my son was sleeping in this apartment, proceeded to kick the door multiple times because he was upset with what's going on.
Her attitude was very, I've been in this picture. You guys just don't know who I am. I've been a high school sweetheart. You know, so that's when we were just like, we never heard of you. We don't know who you are.
Today on Divorce Court.
I'm not sexually attracted to Justin because he doesn't take care of his responsibilities. When I ask you to do something, that'll make me attractive to you.
She talks to me like I'm a child.
You act like a child, so you get treated like a child.
She just wanna be a boss.
I put a track on his car because we married. I need to know where you're at all the time.
Ease up a little bit. You got a good guy. Just be a little nicer.
Justin, I need you to grow up and take care of your responsibilities. I need for you to be my man.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Jada Braxton and Justin Braxton. Mr. and Mrs. Braxton, you have been together for 3 years, married for 9 months. You are here for a divorce. I'm horrified. You have one child together, and I'm going to start with you, Ms. Braxton. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your marriage and why we're here today?
Okay, I met Justin not too long ago. We're here today because he cheats, he lies. Give you a little bit more about that. I bought Justin a car not too long ago, and his actions didn't match up with what he was doing. He would tell me he would be one place and would not be there. He was supposed to be at work at this particular day. Come to find out, he was with another woman and got the car and our rent money took. The girl set him up. So in the midst of him being set up, they got the rent money that put us on eviction. We got an eviction because she took the rent money and she took our BG&E money. He just lies so much. He just lies. Like,
well, what was he doing with that woman, and how did the money go?
I don't know what he was doing with the girl. He was supposed to be at work, and how I found out he wasn't at work is because later on that day I had got a call from his job stating that he got robbed. Now I don't know what to do. Like, he just constantly lies. Why would you tell me you were at work and you weren't at work?
Did he tell you he got robbed?
Yeah, he told me he got robbed. The police called his job, and the police called and said that he had got robbed and that they had took everything. He got home and they took everything.
First of all, it was after work. With a couple boys from of mine that I know in this area. I'm not from the area of Baltimore. I'm from PG County, which is closer to DC, so it's two different cultures for real, even though it's close. So, mind you, I'm hanging out with more than one person. It's a group of people. And me, I'm a nice guy. I was doing a girl a favor. She could have been a model, beautiful, or she could have just been a booger wolf. It really didn't matter what she looked like. It didn't matter what she looked like, Your Honor. I was just being nice, doing a favor. But mind you, it's a different kind of feeling. So they had something set up for me, you know what I mean? So
they took advantage of you.
Took advantage of me. Mind you, I was a little intoxicated, so you know what I'm saying, things that my mind wouldn't do, I did.
That booze will make you stupid.
That booze will
make you stupid.
Lord,
you know, it just happens.
Yes. So, long story short, I take her to the store. He's taking a little while. I'm like, what's taking so long? So I go to the store. The dude is in there waiting on me for real. You know what I'm saying? Already in there, like, where the money at? I'm like, what you talking about? So he pulled a dog out, which is a weapon, and was like, yeah, get that money up. So I'm like,
you gave the money up.
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
Nah, I ain't give it. I should have just gave it up right then and there.
What'd you do?
I pushed him out the way and went to my car, right?
If he was supposed to be home, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. He wasn't answering the phone. He wasn't answering any text messages or anything like that.
Wait
so what
a minute,
am I
now
doing?
the man's just about to get shot. You mad because he ain't
Exactly. Thank you, Your Honor. Clap it up. Round of applause. Round of applause.
So you pushed by him, then what happened?
I get to my car. By the time I close my door, he is at my window with the gun, pistol with me and everything, bust my head open. That's when I said, okay, you can have it. Go ahead and take that.
But he was home. He wouldn't. This would never happen. So anyway, I accepted him, and I said, okay, it happened. Let's move on. He still needed transportation to go back and forth to work. I lent him my truck. Right. Now everything is running smooth and stuff like that. A little bit, maybe the second week into lending him my truck. The second week into lending him my truck, he was supposed to come pick up me and his child. I didn't hear from him throughout the day. I didn't hear from him at all. He leaves us stranded, okay? He leaves us stranded. I had to get a friend to come and help me get into my house. So come to find out later, he didn't come home till 9 o'clock the next morning. Come to find out, he was with a female. It was in my stuff and left me stranded, okay? So I asked him, I said, so what, I played, you know how we do. I already know where you was at. I already know what you was doing. That's what I did. I said, you know, it's okay. Try to get him to come home. It's okay. Come home. Come bring me my stuff. It's okay. It's okay. Then later on that day, I had told him, okay, I already know where you was at. You might as well tell me the truth. You might as well tell me the truth. So he comes out and tells me I was with another girl. That's why I didn't answer your phone call. That's why. How you gonna take my stuff? Can you ask him, how do you take someone else's belongings and do them wrong? I lent you my truck or whatever so you can go back and forth to get money. Don't leave me and my child stranded.
Since you asked nicely, how could you go off with some other woman with her stuff and leave her stranded?
Your Honor, she's moving a little too fast right now, okay?
Well, what happened?
The way she talked to me, it just, you don't want to be around that. I understand I had an obligation to do that I failed to do. Unfortunately, I was intoxicated at the time, and a lot of bad things happen when you're intoxicated. So
Absolutely.
So I stopped that.
Like
I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
You left the liquor alone?
I left alone.
You leave
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand.
So, thank you. So, you know, so that unfortunate circumstance did happen, and I admitted to her that I was with another female, but I wasn't you know.
Another woman.
Yeah,
I don't say male because I don't think you're livestock, you know?
Right.
So we're not like female.
Yeah.
You know,
I was with another woman.
You wasn't supposed to be. He's very fresh, okay? So that knowing that you're my husband and you're with another.
What do you mean he's fresh?
He's very flirtatious. He's very friendly. He's very open. So with that being said, I believe that she set him up. Now,
which one are you talking about?
You still mad about that?
I'm very mad.
You move forward.
You got to.
I understand.
Tell me about when you were pregnant, because I believe he was doing something inappropriate while you were giving birth.
He was. Okay,
Tell me about that.
9 months into pregnancy, I'm on the bed. I'm getting ready to have his baby. After I had his child, I didn't find out until maybe 2 months that he was sitting on the bed next to me texting another female. Okay, he was texting that female on the date. I seen the dates of the text messages texting.
What did they say?
Hey baby, how you doing? What you doing? When am I gonna see you? I miss you. No flirting. You're not flirting with me today. Just a whole bunch of you a married man. You are a married man. So why are you sitting up here talking to these females like that on the day that I'm giving birth to your first child? So after that happened, I was like, you know, red flag was up. Red flag was up. So I decided just to move on with it. I decided to give him a clean slate once again. I don't know why I just took him back, because he constantly makes me feel as though that this is what he is. I got you.
That he runs around with other women. That's who he is.
Yes.
And you accepted that in some measure and decided to remain with him. But you're beating him up with the fact that he is that every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Which don't make any sense. But okay. We'll talk about that momentarily.
She knew what it was.
But Mr. Braxton, I want to talk to you about the nature of the atmosphere in your home.
Well, Your Honor, the way that she talks to me, she yells at me.
You have a recording, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
You do everything. I ask you to help me a little bit more. I pray to God that you will help me a little bit more. You can't do nothing.
So first, let's get this out of the way, Mr. Braxton. Were you cheating, or were you texting other women while she was giving birth to your baby?
I was not texting other women while she was giving birth. Around the time, maybe, okay? But it wasn't like texting. It wasn't like texting. It was more of the social media, type it up, and then leave it alone. And then leave it alone. You know what I mean? Just because the way she talks to me.
So have you cheated on her?
No, I haven't. I've been in the presence of another woman, and I've talked to another woman. But in regards to really physically, nothing's physical.
I know he's doing that. I know he's doing that. But is he really cheating?
I don't know. When I first met him, I didn't feel as though he was cheating. When I dug deeper into, running his phone and stuff like that, that's when I started finding out more and more, and when it happened and what was going on around that. I don't know why he does what he does. It's like...
Well, why do you do what you do, Mr. Braxton?
Well, Your Honor, the way that she talks to me, I even have proof to show you.
Well, describe how she talks to me and then give me the proof.
Okay. She yells at me, treats me like a child. I'm a grown man. I bring the money in. That's not what it's about. But I feel like she belittles me as a man. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of things does she say?
Oh, you ain't good for nothing. All types of stuff.
Well, give me you have a recording, you said?
Yes, ma'am. I submitted it. It's a snippet.
You submitted it.
It's a little snippet just to get a taste of what it's like.
Okay, well, let's listen to the snippet.
Tune in, Your Honor. I didn't do nothing, Jay.
You did!
What did I do?
That's the problem. You don't think you did. You did. You're doing everything. You're doing everything. I ask you to help me a little bit more. I pray to God that you will help me a little bit more. You can't do nothing. Nothing. You knew I was running around trying to take you out of and the least you could have did was try to in here and look at our resources. And you sleeping all day.
Jada, I was tired.
Yo, I'm tired too, Justin. I'm tired too.
I didn't mean to. I slept a couple hours.
Just please leave me alone.
I slept a couple hours.
Leave me alone.
It was just a couple hours.
Just leave me alone.
I'm saying it was a couple hours.
Leave me alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
She wasn't done.
She wasn't done.
Now, Ms. Braxton, what happened that day? What inspired all of that?
On top of his cheating and his lying and him getting robbed and set up, it put us into a financial situation to where everything fell on me because he doesn't take care of his responsibilities. Now, that particular day, my truck had got towed. I asked him you know, to take care more responsible. You see me getting stressed out with the babies, the bills, taking care of him.
Is he working though?
He does work. He does work, but
Does he bring the money home?
Yes, but I manage all the money. He doesn't spend anything responsible.
Because
That's why I manage it.
I let her.
Well, what were you mad about that day?
I had asked him to do something particular. I had asked him to take care of one little incident, just take care of one little incident, and everything was falling on me. And he couldn't understand where I was coming from, so it escalated. I said, Justin, I need you to do boom, boom, bop. Do that. Just do that. He couldn't even do it. He wanted to sleep all day, as you could see. I was tired. It was your off day. It was your off day.
May I have one word?
Please.
So that particular day, it was my day off, like I said, but her car got towed. We did have things to do. So we did a couple of things. You can't do everything in one day, you know what I'm saying? So we did a couple of things. In the midst of that, we were cleaning out the closet, just taking everything out the closet. But she still had things to do herself, you know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, you go do that, I'll clean up, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I cleaned up the whole house. Mine's my day off. I cleaned up the house, made a couple calls regarding the situation with her truck to see if we can get it back together.
I wanted him to be there for mental support. Even though it was my responsibility.
But hang on, was he doing everything he just said he was doing?
Not cleaning up the house. I come home, the house is still a mess. The kitchen is still dirty. My child is still running around.
Wow.
Nappy hit it. No, he didn't do anything. He did one thing a day.
There were no dishes in the sink. The closet was clean. Like I said, it was all through the house. Your Honor. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Economically, you guys are struggling. I want to talk a little bit about why, so we can maybe get you back on track.
And she handles the bills, but she knows what's due and what's due. So I let her deal with it. She lets, okay, well, let it pass, because I want to get my hair done. I feel like she handles it, but then she treats herself sometimes too.
Did you get your hair done as opposed to pay the electric bill? Now, Mr. Braxton, your wife has intimated that you are irresponsible with money. However, you told me that one day when the electric bill was due, it did not get paid because she felt getting a weave was more important. Please explain that circumstance to me.
Your Honor, it was unbelievable. You understand? It's unbelievable. All right, mind you, understand I got robbed, and for the finances, basically like a month back, so we playing catch up. So long story short is, she like I said, she handles the bills, but she knows what's due and what's due. So I let her deal with it. She lets, okay, well, let it pass, because I want to get my hair done. And unfortunately, things happen. Say, for example, we got to get the car out the tow yard, pay that money for that, you know? So I feel like she handles it, but then she treats herself sometimes too.
Did you get your hair done as opposed to pay the electric bill?
I did.
Can you explain that nonsense to me, to put your hair before the electric bill?
I was stressed out. I got a great defense. I was stressed out, and I was a little bit blindsided.
So weave relieves the mind? Somehow you feel better?
Sometimes, yes, if you look in the mirror and you look good and
Take a walk around the block. It's cheaper and it's better for you.
Yes.
I think that is so ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
It is ridiculous. And I understand you're under pressure and you're upset, all that, but that's not the way to deal with it. You're putting yourself deeper in a hole.
Because there's a whole bunch of stuff with him. He's very immature. He's very
Tell
goofy.
me a story about his immaturity.
I could tell Justin, okay, this particular day we need to do something in regards to paying bills. He'd rather go spend the money on car accessories. He'd rather go, so it's not just me, it's him. If he know a bill needs to be paid, he'll be immature and go buy car accessories. The only thing he cares about is his car.
But you're immature and buy weave. What's the difference?
Because I manage it and I know where the money goes.
And you get mad at his stupid, but you justify yours.
He won't tell me until I see it. He won't tell me until I see it.
Did you tell him about the weave beforehand?
I don't tell him about anything.
Oh, you see where you're wrong here, Miss Braxton?
Yes.
And you stay on angry with him, even though I'm clearing the woods.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, but you stay angry. Mm-hmm. You with me?
Yes.
I'm about to talk to you. I know you want $500, but I'm not giving you nothing. I think you guys should stay together and make this thing work because you got a baby at home. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing really that wrong at your household that you can't fix.
Right.
He's not out there all ratchet and running around, traveling and doing it. He just isn't. I mean, he's a little flirty here and there, but that's not happening. What your problem is this. You've hoarded all of his errors. Mm-hmm. So everything that he does wrong now is met with the same reaction as if he did everything wrong that he ever did that day. And you never get over it. You never get past it. You never get around it. And you keep fussing at him about it. You're not happy. He's not happy. And you keep not being happy in that manner, in his direction, he will leave. Because nobody can stand all of that. Now, Mr. Braxton, let me tell you what you're doing wrong.
Yes.
She's under duress.
Okay.
When you're managing the money, when you're working just as much, household duties probably more on her side, and you're managing everything and asking you to do here and there, the pressure of managing all that is very heavy on her head. So what you have to do is not be the guy who does what he's told when he's told, but you have to be a guy that can take something off a plate and say, hey, baby, this is my responsibility. You'll never have to worry about A, B, and C. You can take care of D, E, and F.
Okay.
Because I got A, B, and C. You can't be as flighty as she lets you.
Yeah.
Because what we women do is we absorb responsibility.
Yeah.
And so you're like, oh, she'll do that. Oh, she'll do that. Oh, she'll do that. And we're absorbing, but we're getting crushed.
Right.
Next thing you know, boom.
Explosion.
Right. But you have to manage your business like a grown man.
Yes, ma'am.
You have to take responsibility that is not foisted upon you, that's not given to you, that's not required of you, but that you choose to make it because you're a man.
Now, Your Honor, in regards to that...
The time for you to talk is all over.
Oh, dang. Okay.
This is all me until I leave.
Okay.
You understand? Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
Now, you're in the habit of being angry. You're going to go home and be just as angry tomorrow as you were yesterday. You have to, every morning, make a decision that you're not going to be that angry person that day. Every morning. And when she does that, you have to co-sign on it.
Okay.
And you have to co-sign on it, but baby, I want to think of something every morning. I'm going to take this off your plate, babe.
Okay.
I'm going to do this for you. You don't get angry for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You've got to conduct business in a marriage.
Yeah.
You've got to handle your matters. You with me?
Yeah.
I'm not giving anybody any money for anything. I want you to go home, act like you got some sense. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
This matter is adjourned.
I came over for a divorce, but from seeing the judge, I honestly believe that we can make it work. Her advice really helped. I hope it got to Jada, you know, what she's doing, that she can do better, and I understand what I need to do to handle my business and be together as a team.
I think that I will try harder. I'll try to stop being less angry and less controlling and just let him take on a little bit of responsibilities and just try a little bit harder in my marriage.
Today on Divorce Court.
She just nagged me, just bug. I think she just do it on purpose just to keep bugging me every day.
I'm gonna nag you until you do what you're supposed to do. If you can't do it on your own, then I'm gonna be right there to help you to get things done.
I cheat on her just to get away, stop hearing all that nagging all the time.
I think that's just the excuse.
When I first met her, she was a very calm person, but now she wake up in the morning cranking and everything.
He puts getting high before everything, even himself. It's too much.
I got to stay high because she nagged at me all the time. That's just for me to keep my mind calm.
13 years is a long time to be with somebody. It don't take you 13 years to realize that if you want to be with somebody or not.
When the time is right, it's going to come along.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Tratavia Henderson and Maine Hardman. The two of you have been together for 13 years. You have 3 children together. You've been engaged for a year, and I'm not quite sure what's happening now. So I'm sure you're going to tell me. Ms. Henderson, I'm going to start with you. Tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're in divorce court here today.
Your Honor, I've been with Maine for the past 13 years. In these 13 years, Maine have cheated on me on multiple times, and I'm just at the point now that I'm ready to get up out this relationship.
Give me some examples of times when you've caught Mr. Hardman cheating on you.
Well, one time, Your Honor, I was at a friend's house, and her guy friend told me that he knew my man, and I wanted to know, how did he know him? He told me that he knew him through his sister, which Maine was supposedly be cheating with.
So to ask him more questions, I kind of picked his brain. You know, he knew things about him that he shouldn't have known.
Right.
So when I brought it to Maine, he told me that it wasn't true. And the girl never wanted to talk to me, of course. You know, you get those girls that, you know, wants to be the side chick and, you know, keep it on the low so she can have her cake and eat it too with him.
Right.
So another time.
That's a whole thing, Joe. It's a whole sidekick. It's side chick. They have rules and everything. It's a whole phenomenon. You know, you got to be a quiet side. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Ms. I just letting Joe know because I knew.
And another time, Your Honor, you know, May have cheated on me with the white girl. Now, this white girl must have been some type of special to him because he was ready to lose his life and his family over this white girl.
Why do you say he was ready to lose his life and his family?
Because she had a boyfriend, and he found out. So he was ready to do May some bodily harm.
Mr. Hardman, now she's over there telling me that you constantly philander. Is that true?
Man, yeah, that was back in the days when I was younger, Your Honor.
That's back in the day?
Back in the day.
You say that now.
I know that now, man.
When's the last time you had a little oops?
Man, it's been about 6 years, Your Honor.
6 years?
6 years.
Is that the truth?
That's the truth.
Why do you think this relationship is ending then?
Cause her nagging. She nag every single day. I get tired of hearing all that every day. You know what I'm saying?
What's she nagging about?
Man, everything. It don't matter what it is. It can be something from me taking out the trash, me disciplining the kids, or anything. You know what I'm saying? Me not helping out with, I help out with the bills, but she say I spend too much money on other stuff when I'm still taking care of the bills. You know what I'm saying?
You don't spend too much money.
Do you help out with the bills, or are you the primary breadwinner?
I help out with the bills every week. Every week.
When you say help out, what does that mean?
I pay the bill. I pay which bill that needs to be paid that week.
Whatever she says, hey, the such and such needs to be paid, you got it.
Yes.
Is that true?
Sometimes, Your Honor. Sometimes, you know, majority of the time, he'd rather go spend his money on other things that's not important.
What other things does he spend his money on?
Smoking. He has a bad habit of, he feels like he needs to smoke all day, every day.
Because her nagging pushed me, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta
I gotta have my mind clear.
You were smoking before I met you, so what are you saying?
Well, I smoke more now, though.
Oh, really? How I know that?
Do you guys have disagreements about the kids? And he says you nag him about the way he disciplines. Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, he doesn't discipline them. My kids our children, you know, tell him to shut up, stop. They would hit him back, leave me alone. All of the above. I feel like those things, when your kids tell you what to do, then you need to get on. You need to discipline them. He doesn't do it. He just turned the other cheek like it's okay. That's not okay.
Do your children tell you what to do?
No, they don't
just tell him.
Oh, they tell him what to do because I'm going to get on him.
Mr. Hardman, do your children tell you what to do?
Somewhat, Your Honor.
Really?
Yeah, somewhat.
All the time.
How do you let that happen?
I'm leaning on the kids. I can't say that. She more disciplined on them. When I do discipline, she get on me like, why is I'm disciplining? And that ain't enough reason for her, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I just lay back. That is so true.
Do you nitpick the man? I mean, if he does do something, does it have to be done exactly how you would do it?
Yes. Well, when I do allow him to do things, they fall apart. So it's either my way or the highway.
What do you mean they fall apart? Give me an example when he was in charge and everything fell apart.
He can be in charge of paying a bill, and he tell me he paid the bill. But then I get a notice saying he ain't paid the bill. So it's just like, okay, why would you lie about paying that bill? You know, I left you in charge of doing that, you know, because I, you know, trusted you, but you wasn't even trustworthy to do that. Then you lied to me in my face.
Are you not reliable if you're asked to pay a bill? Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
I'm liable. Yeah, I can pay the bill when I want to. When it's gonna get paid.
When he want to, you heard that right.
But it's gonna get paid though before the end of the month is out. You know what I'm saying?
Do you run into late fees, interest charges, and all that kind of stuff because you get to? Now see, that's what I call the stupid tax.
Yeah.
That's the tax on not getting your business together.
Okay.
I mean, and you know how much money people spend on the stupid tax? I mean, these corporations or whoever is charging you, they just leaning back laughing.
Yeah.
You say he has difficulty maintaining employment. Why do you say that?
He can do a lot of things. He's very good with his hands, but putting those things to use, he doesn't do it all the time. Maybe he decides one day he don't want to work, and so he don't go to work. That's not fair to me or my kids. You know, bills need to be paid.
Do you just not go to work one day because you don't feel like it?
Yeah,
you
I
do, because I can see
yeah.
Mr. Hardman, how can you manage that? How can you feel okay putting a woman in your life in a position where she's not sure about how things are going to get paid?
She know if I got it, I'm going to take care of it. You know what I'm saying?
But you say, if I got it, and a lot of times you won't have it because you didn't go to work, and you like, hey, it's on her.
Yeah,
Is
but
that
it's
not
like
it?
it's not like I'm finna just be off work for like a year or two. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna get up and take care of my kids and the bills what I got to take care of.
So you just don't show up to work, but you think you can get another job soon thereafter.
Yeah, I always do.
How many different kind of jobs would you have in a year?
In a year, this year?
Yeah, this year.
Two.
You 2 jobs.
Two jobs this year, and I'm still working right now.
You still. Way to go. So, difficulties, problems, and concerns notwithstanding, Ms. Henderson, I understand that you are 5 months pregnant.
Yes,
we're going to
I
talk
am.
about that and see where we're going to go from here.
My kids see me every single day, Your Honor.
They see you every day. Do they see you sober?
Yes.
When?
In the morning, you know what I'm saying?
Mr. Hardman, you contend that your choppy employment history notwithstanding, Ms. Henderson is the one that's lazy. Why do you believe she's lazy?
Because she is lazy, Your Honor. She can be at home all week. I can be and wash the clothes over the weekend. The clothes still will be at home every single day I come home from work. She don't, you know what I'm saying, don't like to cook, you know what I'm saying? She don't like to keep the house clean, Your Honor.
Does she work outside the home?
No. She stay at home all day.
Not now because I'm currently pregnant. That's why I don't work outside the home, Your Honor.
Okay. How you guys, oh, so that's why you got to keep a job right now, because she's out of a job.
No, it ain't that.
Huh?
It ain't that.
It's not that?
No, I gotta keep money in my pocket.
You got money in your pocket?
I need money in my
To
pocket.
keep smoking every day.
That's why.
He says I'm lazy right now because, okay, Your Honor, beginning of this year, we lost a child. 2 days before Easter, I had a miscarriage where I had to go in to get surgery.
Right.
And
I'm so sorry about that.
Thank you, Your Honor. Soon after that, maybe a month later, I come up pregnant again. So this time, I am like, I'm taking it easy. I was doing a lot of running, cleaning up, doing this, doing that. So now I'm taking it easy because losing a child, even though it was just a fetus, it's still devastating. It's depressing.
Right.
And I don't want that to happen again because I wanted this child.
That's
so of
still
course,
not an
I'm not
excuse,
doing
man.
much at home right now because I'm taking it easy. This baby is taking a lot out of me. I have to go to the doctor every week to take shots because we're trying to, keep baby in so baby don't come early.
Oh,
so he knows it's a lot.
Did you have preterm labor?
Yes. With 2 of our children, yes. Our last 2, yes. I've had preterm labor.
Oh, I've been on that road.
Yes.
Yeah, and that stuff they shoot you up with ain't no joke either.
No, it's not.
You better stop it. Be quiet, sit down, fold clothes. Because you ain't got no idea what's happening with her. You hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah. You say, however, that Ms. Henderson tries to control you. In what way does she try to control you?
She try to control my money. She try to control my time limit. She try to control my Facebook, everything.
And what you doing on Facebook?
Just looking through it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to hide. She got my password and everything.
You be looking through it.
Are you upset about what he's doing on Facebook?
I always see these snow bunnies on his page.
What is a snow bunny?
These white girls. They all, it's a multitude of white girls that send him requests all the time, and I'm just wondering why is that?
That's not my fault, though.
So who are these snow bunnies?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
So just random women that you don't know are sending you what? Friend requests?
Yes.
Do you accept them?
No, I don't.
Some of them he do.
No, I don't.
I've deleted some
not.
of them off his account.
So what else does she control? She tries to control your money. In what way does she try to control your money?
Tell me what to spend it on, Your Honor.
If he spent it on his priorities, then I wouldn't have to tell him what to spend it on. If he went to
You had
work.
his priorities together.
Yeah,
You
if
wouldn't
he
have to-
went to work, came home, and took care of the bills right then and there, you know, what needs to be done first, then I wouldn't have a problem.
well, she's scared to
However, his
find something to
priorities
nag
is mixed
about,
up.
man.
The first thing he do is call the man.
Is that your first priority?
Yeah, it is.
Exactly. And his first priority is supposed to be the family.
You got three kids
my
under
kids,
10.
I take care of my kids, Your Honor. My kids see me every single day, Your Honor.
They see you every day. Do they see you sober?
Yes.
When?
In the morning, you know what I'm saying?
In the morning. Okay,
Yeah.
when you take them to school in the morning. That's
Well,
the only time.
Since we're talking about money and we're talking about control, I want to talk about the eviction. You can't do it.
I know that now, but then, you know, I thought I can control myself, you know?
No. I don't know how you people survive this long.
I don't know either.
So, Ms. Henderson, tell me what happened when you got evicted.
About 5-6 years ago, Your Honor, man got his income taxes back. And we were behind on bills, of course, and instead of him, you know, help out with the bills, he got up one morning and was like, oh, I got to go somewhere. I'll be right back. Now, he went and caught the bus somewhere, came back with a whole vehicle. He had brought a vehicle with his money instead of helping me with the bills.
Did that result in you getting evicted?
Yes.
Mr. Hardman, did you do that?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Did you understand that the rent was due?
Yes, I did.
And what was the logic you went through in your mind that said, well, let me buy a car even though we may not have a place to stay?
I was thinking about, you know what I'm saying, getting around back and forth to work, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, I was young and dumb, you know what I'm saying, when I did that.
That wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen now, is what you're telling me.
Now, yeah.
That would not happen now.
So
no way, shape, or form. You say Ms. Henderson has a bad attitude. Why do you say that?
Cause she do have a bad attitude, you know what I mean? Like my cars, she don't tour so many of my cars, you know what I'm saying? Like one example, I came home from work, you know what I mean? She asked to use my car to go out to a party, you know what I'm saying? I stayed up till like 2 in the morning. I'm looking out the window and she pulled up. I see my headlight hanging and everything, you know what I'm saying? I asked her what happened. She laughing it off like, you know what I'm saying, like it's funny and everything.
Did you beat up his car?
It wasn't intentionally, Your Honor. Well, it wasn't. It was.
She swerving and hit the light
We was
pole.
drinking, you know, me and my sisters and them, and, you know, I was trying to stunt a little bit, and, you know.
You got turned up in the car?
No, I got turned up at a party, but I was trying, once we got, you know, the party was over, we got in the car, I was trying to stunt. You know how everybody go home,
man.
and, you know, you swerving. I just swerved and hit the pole.
Mrs. Henderson, you can't get behind
That
the
ain't the
wheel
only
with
time,
liquor
Your
in your
Honor.
system. You can't do it.
I know that now, but then, you know, I thought I can control myself, you know?
No. I don't know how you people survive this long.
I don't know either.
Oh, my God. So, does she yell? Does she go crazy?
Man,
Does she throw
she
tantrums? Give me another example.
All the time, Your Honor.
Oh, another example is he was cheating, of course. This was with the white girl. When I found out about it, I tore up his car. I busted out all 6 windows. I flated all 4 tires, and I wrote vulgar language on the hood and the side of the doors.
Okay, now who had to replace that, you or the girl?
Both of us.
We did.
You did.
She ain't
You didn't
replaced
hurt
us.
her. You just hurt yourself.
Yeah. And he tried to send me to jail for that.
Did you call?
No, I didn't call, the neighbor did.
I didn't go to jail because I was a co-signer on the car. So he told me that
it was your own property,
Yeah,
so you
so they
can't go to
couldn't do
jail for
nothing
doing your
about
own
it, so-
property.
yeah.
But yeah, you know. But you let that woman take money out your house. Your man and your money. You can keep the man, I'd keep my money. But that's just me.
I was young then, Your Honor. I wasn't thinking, I was just angry.
Now, you've come to this courtroom asking $350 for damages for a television set. But I don't believe you're gonna leave him. You got 3 kids, you got another one on the way, and you don't have a job. So I don't think you're going anywhere. So I'm gonna tell you what I think you ought to do while you stay where you are. You two are nice people. I like it. Despite all the consternation you cause one another, I don't know if I like you, enjoy you. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. Mr. Hardman, what women need is a sense of safety. Women need to believe that if they let go, everything's gonna be okay. What you need to do is make sure that your wants and needs are secondary.
Yeah.
Secondary, like always don't walk off a job because you just don't feel like going. Can't do it.
Yeah.
You don't want your kids to do it, and you want her to feel safe. And feel safe is like, money in the bank, we have an issue, I can dip in the bank and get the money out.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? You can't live from month to month. She'll never feel safe. If she ain't safe, she ain't gonna stop yapping at you. Do you understand that?
I hear you.
Ms. Henderson, are you cool?
I'm cool.
You need to sit down? I don't want to have anything happen in here.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Might I say this one other thing? If you got some extra money, spend it on birth control so you can get level for a minute. Do you understand?
You tell him that. He needs the birth control.
Both of y'all. You in this together, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You know, when you have that baby, talk to that doctor about birth control so you could get level. You got a lot of kids. You know what I mean? You can't just do bare minimum. You can't let them just float along the river like, and go off in the current. You gotta have plans for them to push them beyond where you got to. Because don't you want your kids not to be concerned about the month-to-month evictions and all that that you do?
Yes, I do.
You got to make that happen for them. That's your gig. That takes money in this man's America. You with me?
I hear you.
Good luck to the both of you. Have a happy baby. This matter is adjourned.
I really don't want to end the relationship with Maine. I really love him. We have 3 kids together, and I feel like we can be together for a long time. But things need to change in order for that to happen. We got to both be on the same page for our children and our family for it to work.
I don't think we're going anywhere. We've been together 13 and a half years. You know what I'm saying? 3 kids and never on the way, so I don't think I'm going to leave her no time soon.
Today on Divorce Court.
My childhood affected my relationship in a big, big way. It makes me become a runner.
When Michael runs away, it makes me want to just run after him.
Drinking is getting out of hand. It causes a lot of problems.
I don't think I'm a mean drunk. I do feel like that I can get a little aggressive.
She thinks I'm messing with a BBW when I'm not. She thinks they're more attractive than her when they're not, and it brings her self-esteem down.
So I don't understand why you are attracted to these big women. I'm not gonna become, a bigger person for you.
I just want to know that, let you know I really love you and I want to be with you for the rest of my life.
If Michael don't change his stubborn ways, then we won't never work out.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Donkoya Brown and Michael Summers. The two of you have been together for 2.5 years. You've been engaged for the last 1.5 years. You have 1 child together, but you're not quite sure whether or not you should get married. So you come before me. You've taken my compatibility test and given me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I think your union is ill-advised. Ms. Brown, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me how we got here?
Okay, well, first of all, me and Mr. Summers, we met when we were kids. We were in middle school. He was the football player for the football team, and I was a cheerleader. And we were talking, puppy love for 3 years straight, and then we ventured off into our own separate lives. And years later, about like 10, 12 years later, he hit me up on Facebook, texted me how I was doing, and I was going through something, with my ex-boyfriend, and it was very devastating at the moment. And so I needed that type of comfort. He was special, he was very respectful, and that's how we started talking. And then from there, we basically just hit it off.
You hit it off and bloomed into love. What were you going through with your ex?
Okay, so my ex-boyfriend, he was very disrespectful. He was like a streets kind of guy. He wanted to be in the streets and, you know, party a lot, like, and not, you know, be committed to me.
Right.
So, like, he would, like, bust my windows out and, like, cut up my clothes and set my clothes on fire. And, like, he would throw things at me. You know, he was very abusive, verbally and physically.
And physically abusive.
Yes,
I'm so glad you're out, Ms. Brown. I am. I'm so glad you're out and you're doing well and you see strong and together and you survived it and you didn't stay in it. And I just want you to know I'm proud of you for that. Mr. Summers, you were helping her out?
Yes, I was.
Good for you. Good for you. Now, Mr. Summers, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background? Because I think that you're coming from a background that doesn't help being in a relationship. So why don't you tell me where you're from and what went on?
Yes, ma'am. Well, my background was pretty. I was in foster care. I mean, so I was in between houses, different families, different group of people. So I was running around a whole lot.
How many different foster homes were you in?
I was in about 5 different foster homes, about 3 different mothers. I have all types of fathers. I have all types of siblings.
Just
I call
out there.
brothers, yeah, I call brothers, sisters, cousins.
So no stability at all?
No stability at all, no ma'am, no ma'am.
Not until you were an adult?
Not until I was about 18 and got out of foster care and to be on my own.
Okay,
And then from there, I started searching for a family myself.
Right, right. Ms. Brown, why don't you tell me what's going wrong in this relationship that leads you to question whether or not you should marry?
Okay, so in the beginning, we were both going through the same thing. Basically, he picked up a couple pieces, and that would make me admire him even more. Not only was he my childhood, you know, friend, he actually showed me how a woman should be treated. And so everything was going good in the relationship. You know, we were connecting, we were communicating, there was no problems. I ended up getting pregnant, and then I think that's where a lot of it went down a little hill, just a little bit. But it was more so like, you know, lack of communication. He started running away and not, you know, talking to me. And he would just...
Now, give me a story about something that occurred in the home which caused him to make a break for it.
Okay, so sometimes, like, I'm drinking, and sometimes I can be a little aggressive when I'm drinking, but it only comes from when I was, like, for instance, one day I was out at the bar and I come home and there's a whole bunch of, like, people in my house, like his friends and stuff, like, and I don't like people in my house. So when I come home, I'm scaling, I'm like, well, you know, I don't like this, I don't approve of that. And so, like, it will go from there, like, it would just turn from, it would just shoot straight up. Like, he say his words and I say mine. And I usually, when I'm drinking, I say the same things when I'm sober. I don't think that that's really...
Ms. Brown says she says the same thing she's sober when she... I don't even believe her. And I don't live with her. So, Mr. Summers, why don't you tell me what she's like when she's drinking and how it's different from other times?
When she's way different from now. When she drinks, she's totally different. Her voice changed. One time I'm outside with my friends. She's out, you know what I mean, at the bar. You know what I mean, gone, you know what I mean, till in the night. So I'm outside. I'm chilling with my friends. I mean, I'm having a couple beers, just hanging out. She pulls up straight from what are you doing out here? Get in the house. What is wrong with you? Did you do this? I'm like, it just blew up from there.
Baby,
I'm like, I'm just
back up.
Yeah, we just got back. I'm just outside. I mean, I'm just having a good time like you was out.
I don't just pull up.
She just pulled up and just straight went crazy.
What was the reason?
Well, one of the reasons was because, like I said, I don't like people, like a lot of people in my house. Like, you know, you got these friends that they are not, like, they're not really your friends. And I don't think that he should hang with them. Like, they're bad influences and it...
Do you think if you were sober, you would have approached it differently?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, I would have maybe approached it differently, but I still would have said the same thing.
No,
I still would have felt
sometimes approach is everything. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And liquor doesn't make you any more intelligent, doesn't make you any more reasonable, doesn't make you any more persuasive. It makes everything more exciting, more irritable, larger, and more irascible, but not any better.
Okay.
You with me with that?
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm not different when I drink.
Yeah, she.
Mrs. Summers?
She doesn't say the same things.
Oh,
Like
I know she does.
Yeah, she calls me all types. She'll call me foster child, adopted baby. She'll like, why you hanging around them? You like boys and you, yeah. She won't say this when she's sober though. This is only when she's drunk. She'll say stuff like that under the belt, like lower.
Below the belt.
He does
stuff
the
to
same
make me
thing,
run.
Beside the point.
He does the same thing.
I do it after I run though. After I run and I'm fed up and I'm mad.
It doesn't make it
I'm like, yo,
different whether he runs away or not. He still does the same thing. It's just different cases, different scenarios. But he still puts me under as well.
Okay. And I'm sure there's probably a lot going back and forth. Now I want to talk about your inability to communicate because of the running that you say he does.
I can be a little controlling at times. But it works out in the end. It plays its part, you know? And
it's not working out. If it was working out, you'd be in a church somewhere exchanging rings. You're in here talking to me about him. So it's not working out. So, Mrs. Brown, you say he's a runner.
Yes.
Why don't you give me an example of a circumstance where some conflict occurred and he just ran off?
Like, for instance, sometimes I will say, like, get out, I don't want you here, you know, and I'll pack his things for him or whatever, and then he'll leave, but he'll leave and go away back to the other side to his other, like, family or whatever, but they got a different, like, outlook on me, and he runs, like, when he runs, he's, like, I don't know, like, I'm afraid that he's not going to come back, so I try to, like, work it out or whatever, but instead he's like, no, I don't care, whatever, like, I'm done with you, like, he don't never want to, like, communicate with me, like, I mean, sometimes I do have, like, a little bossiness to me, I can be a little controlling at times, but it works out in the end, it plays its part, you know? And
it's not working out. If it was working out, you'd be in a church somewhere exchanging rings. You're in here talking to me about him. It's not working out. Okay. Mr. Summers, why don't you tell me what happens when you decide to leave the circumstance?
I run. I've grown up in group homes. I've always ran. If I felt like it wasn't right in this home or with this family, I run. I'll run. I'll just run away. Go
someplace else.
Somewhere else to make me feel happy, make me feel, you know what I mean, good about myself. As you know what I mean, when I was a kid, I wanted to just be happy, run you know what I mean, play in the playgrounds, come home to a cook meal.
Right,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
What do you do when she breaks up with you? What do you do? I know, so don't lie. Tell me what you do.
I mean, when we're on a breakup, I run. I'll go to one of my siblings' house, and I'll be all on social media.
You go straight for the other women.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I go for other women.
There you go.
Because it's with me. It's like I want a family. I'm growing up. I want a family. I want a household. I want to raise my own family. I want to have something I didn't have. Mm-hmm. So if I feel like when I run, and I feel like it's done, like when I run when I was a kid, if I feel like I'm done with her, I go try to find another female to try to make my wife. I want a wife. I want a family.
Soon. That's not fair on my part because
it's not. I don't jump straight into the relationship though. I don't jump straight into the relationship. It's just like getting to know another female.
But if you're searching for another female, why are you instantly so quick to run to another female when you just got out of a relationship?
I be feeling like I'm done with you. So
well, let me ask you this. I'm going to talk to you both about I feel like I'm done. I am going to talk about that. But Ms. Brown, you have an insecurity about the other women that he is in contact with because they're not of the same physical type and size. Tell me about that.
Yes, so like I'm connected to his Facebook, and girls, like when we're separated, like it'll pop up on my phone, and these girls like be like BBW, like big beautiful women, and they're not my size, and it's just like they're always bigger than me or chubbier than me, and it's just like, why are you, if you want to be with that type, why are you still trying to, like, you know, try to make it work with me when you do decide to come back home? Like that.
Well, let's ask him, okay? Mr. Summers, do you have a particular type of woman that you enjoy, and is she thicker?
No, she's not thicker. My crush is built just like her. She's light skinned just like her. I don't like BBWs
But
you don't mind.
So why
I won't mind. I mean,
it's a
I like
woman.
a little. Yeah, it's a woman. I like a little drunk in the trunk. I mean, what man doesn't?
I got
But that's not what I want to marry. That's not something I want to.
So why do you always go talk to them then if that's what you want? Because I really don't have a
I got you.
I got you.
First of all, Your Honor, I never really sat down and talked to his family. Like, I've been around them, but they always gave me like this little stink eye or felt like,
Because the first impression that they got with her, she was drunk. And they didn't like her from there. They haven't seen her since.
Do you feel his family doesn't like you?
Yes.
Why?
Because, well, first of all, Your Honor, I never really sat down and talked to his family. Like, I've been around them, but they always gave me like this little stink eye or felt like, because like I wasn't the one for him because like I've never met them. But when he runs off, ain't no telling what he tells them because they're only hearing one side. So when they look at me, it's like.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand. Mr. Summers, does your family not like her?
They don't like her. They don't.
And why not?
Because the first impression that they got with her, she was drunk. The first time they seen, she was drunk.
No, that wasn't the first
she was,
time.
like I said, she was walking around with the voice, prancing around like a little schoolgirl. They didn't like her from there. They haven't seen her since. And then every time they see me, it's when I'm running away.
And you tell them all the bad stuff that's happening. I got you. That's a common mistake, but I get what's happening here. Now, we got to remember, this is a before your vows. I looked at your compatibility test, saw nothing that alarmed me. So I want to take a moment, and I'm going to start with you, Ms. Brown. I want you to tell me, and by extension him, give me a 30-second sales job on why Mr. Summers, above all others, is the man for you.
Mr. Summers, he actually showed me how a woman should be treated. He's very respectful. He spoils me mentally. He gives me, the satisfaction that a woman should need coming from my man. Not only is he my childhood friend, he's my lover, he's my best friend. And he motivates me, he supports me, and he pushes me to my success on being a medical assistant, which I want to be as far as my career. He enables me to actually push harder and do better.
A+. Wow. Now, Mr. Summers, there's a lot of pressure. Because she showed up and showed out with the professional love. So, Mr. Summers, I'm going to give you, take a deep breath. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds for you to tell me why Ms. Brown, above all others, is the woman for you. Go.
Well, Ms. Brown, she's the woman for me because I love everything about her. In the morning, like if she's not happy, I'm not happy. Like I can't go wake up and go a day and be cool if she's not cool. Like if I can't make you happy, her happy in that day, I can't be happy. Like she makes me smile. She's everything I wanted. And when I was looking for a wife, she's everything. Like when she's sober, she's just the perfect. She's the most perfectest woman in the world to me. She's
what do you
beautiful.
Like about her?
She's beautiful, long hair. It's like I said, she got everything going for herself, like a medical assistant.
You started out at a B, and you tumbled all the way to an F. You brought up that she's drunk, she's everything I looked for, she's got long hair, and she's light-skinned.
Yeah, and she's got everything going for herself. She takes care of kids, her household. Like, she backs her man up. She backs me up with everything. Like, I want to be with her for the rest of my life.
I'm going to grade you on a curve because you're a dude. I'm going to give you a C- just because I like you. It wasn't that good, but I think you really care for her. I really, really do think you care for her. And I think you both care for each other. What I think the problem is you don't have a script to read off of. I think neither one of you had an opportunity to have a stable family and a stable relationship, and I think that the community that you're in does not support stability, and you don't understand, like many people who come in here, what a commitment is, how you make one, and how you nurture one, and how you keep one. So now I'm going to teach it to you. I like you people. You're good people that came out of bad circumstances. First of all, you need to be cool, calm, and collected. You got a guy who came from a circumstance where there was no stability. The last thing you need to tell that man is to get out. To get out is not a solution to anything. If you want this guy, just because you're angry in the moment, it's not a get out. It's like, look, give me a minute. Then let's sit down and talk about what I need from you and why I'm hurt and I'm upset. It's not an accusatory moment. It is a moment to connect and to confirm, not to confront, but to inquire. Are you with me on that? Mr. Summers, I'm going to say this to you. To the extent that you tell your family all the negative stuff you have, but don't call them up after sex and say, hey, she really knocked it out of the park, they're going to have they're going to have an uneven picture of her. They're not going to see your love, and they're always going to advise you as if she's an ongoing negative as opposed to. So don't run home. Say, you don't want me to leave, baby. You don't want me to leave. I'm going to stay right here because I love you. I want you to calm down. You need to put down the bottle. If you can't handle it, put it down.
Yes, ma'am.
Just put it down. I think you're fabulous people who just got a rough start. I want you to press the reset button. Put down the bottle. Stay away from telling your relatives about all the bad stuff she does. Love one another. You hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Here's your marriage license. Go on down there and get it done. This matter is adjourned.
I feel the judge gave me some good advice in terms of, really talk to her about talk about my family about, how to talk about her, how I love her.
I think the judge's advice was also good because I'm gonna put down the bottle just a little bit more, not be so aggressive and not kick him out so much, and love him, and we can go from there.
Thank you.
Today on Divorce Court.
William, I love you, and I want our marriage to work, but you need to stop drinking.
I don't think my drinking got out of control at no point in time.
It's excessive.
My adrenaline is high, and I be trying to keep it low by having a drink.
Since he is the breadwinner, he is controlling.
I think she's in denial of being a shopaholic.
Everything that I buy is something that we need.
I spoil Smiley. I created a beast that's controlling me.
I'm not trying to control him. I'm trying to keep him happy, and the ultimatum is house, us, your life with us, or the bottom.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Octavia Mack and William Whitehead. The two of you have been together on and off for 18 years, married for 5 months, and are in trouble already. You have one child together. You've come here for advice to help save your 5-month marriage. I'm going to start with you, Ms. Mack. Why don't you tell me what's going on at your house and why you're here in divorce court today?
I'm here today. First of all, I love you. I've been watching you for years, grew up watching, and I feel as though that you can help us save our marriage. And the reason being is, yes, I've known my husband for 18 years, since I was 12, 13 years old. We've always liked each other, had crushes on each other growing up. We was with each other on and off for years, but I've noticed that over the years, he had a drinking issue. And I feel as though that since we've known each other, that it's gotten worse over the years. Prime example, we met each other at a pool growing up, and I thought he was so cute, thought he was so handsome, and we would play together, be together over time. As teenagers, we got older, we went out, had fun and stuff like that. Our friends would be drinking and stuff in that nature, but I never thought it was bad because we had school, we had work, and we had fun. When we turned 18, well, as 15, 16, I stopped dealing with him because he was a little too wild for me. I wanted to continue with school. I worked around that time.
Now this is a moment in time. I'm gonna say it again in case you missed it the first time. I stopped dealing with him because he was a little too wild for me and I focused on school. Everybody soak that in. That's genius. Go ahead.
Yes, and so, like you said, I stopped dealing with him, and then over time I figured about 18, 19, I ran across him again because I was always busy and he was always gone, and he just seemed mature, a little bit more mature from what, we grew up. And we decided to spend time together for the weekend. So, of course, it's still partying, still having a good time. I bought a bottle to drink, and he bought a bottle to drink. And he drank his whole bottle and some of mine. So I was like, okay. So at the time, I wasn't driving. We were downtown Baltimore, and the way the subway is set up, when I came up to the subway station, I noticed that the escalator wasn't working. So I'm like, oh, I'm a little tipsy. I don't feel like going down all those stairs. It's like 7 flights. My husband, being a gentleman, he was talking to me, speaking sweet stuff in my ear. I'm gonna see you again, and this, that, and the third. So I said, fine. When I noticed him leaning back talking, he slips and fall down the stairs.
I think she pushed me. I really do think she pushed me. I don't think I was that intoxicated.
I ain't pushed that man down the stairs. I'm not going to push him down. It was 7 flights of stairs. He went rolling, Your Honor. He went rolling. He just kept rolling. And the steps go step, step, flat, step, step. So he just kept rolling. He kept rolling. So I'm like, oh, he's gone. So I got heels on. I'm running down the stairs trying to catch him. And I can hear in the background an older lady like, oh, my gosh. So you can hear her coming down the stairs, too. We get to the end of the stairs, Your Honor. He's laid out. I'm like, oh, my gosh, he's dead. I done caught a body by accident.
Yeah, when I got up, I said, you pushed me down the steps.
Exactly.
Now, Mr. Whitehead, did you fall down all 7 flights?
I fell down all the steps, all flights of the steps.
Now, I just want it physically, though. When you got to the in between the flat part, you just had that much speed?
I had that much speed.
That
well,
you just
kept on
going.
tumbling all the way down the steps.
That's a sight. I don't mean to laugh, but it was the way she said it was funny.
Steps.
Did you get hurt?
No, I wasn't hurt.
You're gonna get to the end.
Thank God.
He done been on the floor at the end for about 3 or 4 seconds before I could make it, because like I said, he was going so fast. I get to the end, wake up. He get up like, what happened? I'm like, you fell down all them stairs. You pushed me. Pushed you. I know you drunk now. I'm not going home. So I was done. We broke up.
Oh, that was too much for you.
It traumatized me.
Yeah.
It traumatized.
Now, Mr. Whitehead, do you want to tell a different version of that story, or is that fairly accurate?
I was intoxicated, but I don't think that I was that drunk.
Mr. Whitehead, the fact that you fell down all 7 flights, even if she started it,
I felt
and then
something on my
didn't get
back
hurt,
push me.
You were loose. You know what I mean? You were very loose.
I can admit I was intoxicated.
So after that, she didn't want to talk to you anymore. How'd you get her back? How did you get her back interested in you?
Well, and at times, I seen her passing by every now and then, and sometimes I would follow her and stuff like that, and without her knowing, like,
So you were kind of like on the low stalking her, just a little bit?
I'm not gonna say a little stalking, but I used to walk her home to her house, pretty much without her knowing.
He was drunk.
What were you trying to accomplish with that?
I'm in love with Miss Mac.
Right.
That's my heart. Right. I met her at the pool. Right. We caught eye contact, and from there
that was it.
She had to be my girlfriend. One day we was gonna get married. That's how I was looking at it. We exchanged numbers, and I was calling and stuff like that, and one thing led to another.
Right. So at some point, though, after the fall down the 7 flights of stairs, she said, no more, I'm not doing it. I got to find out, Mr. Whitehead, how you found a way to get this woman to start seeing you again, and what it was about who she was that made you decide she was worth all that effort and someone you wanted to marry.
Your Honor, those are clean clothes.
But it's not full, Your Honor. It's not full at all. That's what she do. She just put it on the couch.
It's kind of a hot mess, though, Ms. Mack.
Let me tell you. It is a hot mess. Baby's crying. Baby's going off. I have to clean up.
How old are your children?
I have 3 children, all are under the age of 12.
12.
Yes.
So, Mrs. Mack, I'm gonna ask you, how did he get you back after that?
Honestly, when I see him, I hadn't seen him since the fall. He said he seen me, but I ain't seen him. And I was in a relationship. I broke up. We had kids in between. So I have an older daughter, and I had just got finished dealing with her dad. And I went to the mall one day just to get my mind off the breakup. And I happened to see him in the mall. I'm like, oh,
yeah, right.
There he goes. So I try to hurry up and go around the corner, but he said, Octavia. So I'm like, oh man. So we started back talking, but when I seen him, he looked so good once again.
I got you. And we're still not married yet.
No.
So I'm gonna move forward, and I'm gonna ask you. You say one of the major problems that you have in this relationship is that she doesn't clean, the house is a hot mess. Tell me about that.
Yes, I go to work, come home. When I come home, the house is a mess, the food is not cooked.
The house is not a mess.
And yes, it is. The food is not cooked.
Do you both work outside the home or just you?
Just me.
Just you?
Yes.
What do you do?
I am a nurse, and
Oh, you're a nurse?
I am a nurse.
Are you working?
I am not working right now. Why? Because I just had a baby. We just had a baby, so I'm on maternity leave.
Oh, okay.
So it's time to go back to work.
Well, Mr. Whitehead, you got something in your hand you want to show me about what's going on.
Yeah, I have pictures showing you that this is how the house is always when I come home from work.
And you're a truck driver, right?
I'm a truck driver, correct.
Well, now, there's a lot going on here, Mrs. Mack, and you home?
Your Honor, those are clean clothes.
But it's not full, Your Honor. It's not full at all. That's what she do. She just put it on the couch.
It's kind of a hot mess, though, Ms. Mack.
It is a hot mess. Baby's crying. Baby's going off. I have to clean up.
How old are your children?
I have 3 children, all are under the age of 12.
12.
Yes. And they can be a little messy at times, but I clean up after them back to back. He be so drunk at times.
But you home all day and this is what we get?
Well, I'm in the middle of everything. I have to do everything. Y'all, I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning.
I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Well, tell me how your day goes. You wake up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. This is for feeding. I wake up 3 o'clock in the morning. I feed her. Finally, once he heard the crying, the end of the crying, he'll wake up. So, I feed the baby. Okay, I'll burp. Okay, go ahead, burp. But when he's burping her, I'll get up and finish some more of the clothes or what have you, and then I'll start my breakfast. By then, I'll lay back down for maybe a half an hour, just half an hour, because I got to get right back up to get the older kids together for school. Breakfast is made, get his lunch ready, get myself together, dressed again.
Making lunch all the time
baby
for me,
is
like how she's supposed to.
Baby is still crying and so forth. So I have to stop what I'm doing to feed her because she gets aggressive when she's hungry. And then next thing you know, I have to go. I'm doing multiple tasks at once. He wants me to stop everything I'm doing and just worry about my husband. Husband needs to come first. But there's other things that needs to be done in the house.
Are you failing to recognize the complications of being a wife and mother, and that, especially when you have a baby, those people are demanding?
I understand, but it can get a little better. It can get a little better.
I go to school too.
Oh, you
We didn't
do?
mention that either. I go to school too.
Oh, okay.
I go to school full time. I do 20 hours a week, so that's studying.
So that's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
But she has help, though, Your Honor. I do help her. I do help her.
Does he help?
He has step.
I don't have
He
step.
has step. He don't help like how he's supposed to.
Okay. I want to move off of this and on to the part about the finances, because both of you, well, I guess, Mr. Whitehead, you claim that she has a shopping habit that is problematic. And Mrs. Mack, you say you're not the only one. You say she's hiding bags in the trunk?
Yes. She hides it in the trunk. Wherever there's, a place where it's though she can hide something, she hides it, and I'm always finding it. I never seen her in the same outfit twice.
Honey, I just ain't take it out the trunk
Our bills
yet.
be late.
Mr. Whitehead, you say your wife is a spendthrift. Why don't you tell me what's going on and why it concerns you?
No matter where we go at, Your Honor, we can go to a store, we coming out with bags. You know, she sneaks bags and she hides it. She hides it in the trunk. Wherever there's somewhere that she can put a bag, she puts it. When she put on clothes.
What is she buying?
She buying designer clothes, shoes. She buys a whole lot.
For who? I buy it for the kids.
For yourself.
I buy it for the kids. I seldomly buy myself anything, and I might even get him something. But he's talking about my spending problem. What about, y'all? I have something. He has a spending problem as well. He has so many shoes.
I never seen her in the same outfit.
Our clothes is all over the house.
Wow.
I can't even get the clothes.
That's a lot
in
of
the
shoes, Mr. Whitehead. Well, that's a lot of shoes.
I do have addiction to shoes, but her shopping habit with clothes,
how much, I mean, on average, how much do these shoes cost?
About $125.
$125 per.
Per.
Now, how much in the bank for the kids' college fund? How much we got?
We doing good.
We're doing good?
Really, yes, because I'm very, very, like, I do that. I put money on the side for two things, church and them going to college, because I feel as though that's what they have to grow. But when I spend, I'm not spending because, oh, I think that shirt is cute. Oh, I think them shoes are cute. I'm buying, as I'm washing those clothes, there's so many clothes in there, they're growing. So anything that the oldest one can't fix, I may fold it up and put it on the side because I'm gonna get rid of it. But he's coming in on the process. If he helped me clean and do the laundry, he will see that the oldest one is outgrowing it. So we have to get rid of it.
Can I just say this? Number one, I applaud the fact that you guys got a college fund, because nobody ever says that to me in here. So I'm just gonna have to applaud. That's just fabulous. That's wonderful. And the only other thing I want to say is designer is nice, but children haven't earned it yet. Cheap shoes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I buy cheap shoes, because they're gonna outgrow them. Don't, you know, image is a false prophet. Don't teach your children to follow it. I mean, it's good once you make it, and you know, but no. Like you say, she's hiding bags in the trunk?
Yes. She hides it in the trunk. Wherever there's, you know, a place where it's though she can hide something, she hides it, and I'm always finding it. I never seen her in the same outfit twice.
Honey, I just ain't take it out the trunk
Our bills
yet.
be late. Our bills be late because she's out shopping, and then I had to catch up and put out more money just to pay the bill. Whereas though I give her the money to pay the bill.
I disagree with that. I feel like that he's drinking the extra money, whereas though if he wasn't drinking extra money.
Well, you do say you believe that all of his friends are strippers and prostitutes. Oh, no. You say all of her friends are strippers and prostitutes. Is that right?
Correct, Your Honor.
Yeah, he's talking about my friends. His friends sending pictures of, we have pom-poms around and strippers this and strippers that. My friends aren't sending anything like that to my phone.
I got you. Now,
But they talk about it in front of me. They talk about it in front of me.
I want to move on to the financial issue that just fascinated me. You have a house and an apartment, and you guys don't want to consolidate. I do not understand, so please explain it to me. Mr. Whitehead, is that true? You have a house and an apartment?
Yes.
Explain that to me.
Well, right now I'm just waiting on the lease to run up because I don't want to put out extra money to break the lease, and I'm worrying about my credit, and I'm trying to keep that as an A1 so me and Miss Matt can buy a house in the future for ourselves and our kids.
Oh, so you're renting the house now
Yes.
and renting the apartment. You're just waiting for the lease to run out.
Correct.
Is that true, or is that not the picture?
On his end, on my end, I'm not ready yet. I mean, hopefully it gets good.
You're not ready yet?
No, I'm not ready yet because of his drinking.
You're married to him and you got 2 kids with him. What you mean you're not ready?
I want him to make sure that when he comes in, that he can handle, you know, we're not going to spend an extra $50 to $80 a week on alcohol. We're going to put that towards the bill.
I got it.
You like shopping.
No. I'm done. I'm going to tell you what I think. Both of you spend too much money. So, you know, stop with the clothes, stop with the booze, stop with the shoes, because you can't really afford it yet. You know, if you have a home that's paid for, or if you're paying towards owning a home, that's what you got to make. You're almost there. You're like 85% got it right. That 15% ain't working. And if you get that working, and don't ask him to prove after you've already married and procreated with him. You in it. You're in it, so don't, put it like, oh, he's gonna stay over there till he gets right. It's too late for that. You've already invested, committed, and done. So don't waste your money on that. I understand what you're talking about the lease, but you can pay off the lease and pay on the lease, but not live in the crib. See, if you're using it as a bachelor pad, that means you're putting one foot in the water and got one foot on the shore. You can't run a marriage like that. It won't work out. You with me?
I'm with you.
Yes.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard you.
You sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Good enough. This matter is adjourned.
Change that I need to make for my wife is I will calm the alcohol down, but you have to stop spending all the money.
Some changes I'm gonna make. I would stop spending all the money, but I would do a little bit better with the things around the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today on Divorce Court.
I do think I'm a priority in Joshua's life, but I don't think I'm one of his top priorities.
I'm here today because me and Chantel, we have a really strong bond, and as of recently, things been growing apart and stuff closer.
I'm very monogamous, and I feel like my partner needs to be the same exact way.
Because of the past, Chantel thinks I cheat a lot.
We have a lot of problems to work through, and I need to figure out if it's worth it.
If Chantel is willing to change, then it's definitely a way that we could work things out and maybe be together forever.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Chantel Junius and Joshua Stepney. The two of you have been together for 3.5 years. You are not married. Ms. Junius, you're 21, and Mr. Stepney, you're 22.
Yes, ma'am.
Just born, a day past born. And you've been together 3.5 years. No children. Woohoo! But you're struggling and you want to stay together, so you came before me. Ms. Junius, I'm going to start with you. Tell me what's going on in your union.
Well, I love Joshua. We have known each other for forever. I've known him since 4th grade. He was in 5th grade. We went to the same elementary school. Joshua really is my everything. He's been my first for a lot of things. Like, he's been my first male friend, the first boy I ever loved, first boy I ever really talked to, first boyfriend,
right,
first sexual partner. Like, he's my first everything. We've actually started to make a real relationship out of this. My senior year of high school, his freshman year of college. Me and Joshua kind of got together, I want to say 2 weeks before I actually went to college. So he goes to college in Indiana. I go to college in New Orleans. Long distance relationship. We've been kind of making that work. You know what I'm saying? We have a lot of problems, but we still love each other nonetheless.
Okay. Mr. Stepney, I take it that you agree for the most part with that's how things have progressed. What do you see as the primary problem that you have in this relationship as it stands today?
As it stands today, the primary problem I have with the relationship is the communication.
Okay.
Chantel is sometimes kind of hard to communicate with her because she is selfish sometimes in communication and pretty stubborn sometimes.
Selfish and stubborn.
And stubborn, yeah. For example, we would get into an argument, and whenever I would suggest something, because I don't believe that you have to agree to disagree. Me personally, I believe that that you can find some type of level ground, with your significant other. So
some kind of workable compromise.
Workable
always
compromise.
Available
yes,
to you.
It's always
Gotcha.
available. And I just feel like when we would communicate, in her eyes, my point wasn't getting seen or wasn't important enough for her to change her judgment on things or her decisions about things or the way she felt about things. So that's my biggest problem.
Do you understand what he's talking about?
I mean, I do understand that sometimes I do always think that I'm right, but for the most part, I do try and understand the things that he tell me.
Can you give me an example of a situation in which you believe she simply wasn't hearing you?
It was a time I had got a business call.
Yeah.
From a lady, young lady. And I told Chantel, and she thought that it was something totally different. And because, you know, like I said, insecurity's there, yeah, but because of her stubbornness, she was unwilling to see that I was telling her the truth instead of, you know.
So was she wilding out about this phone call, even though it was a business call and didn't want to hear anything other
she
than
was
that?
wild. She was wilding out that night, yeah. She definitely was.
Did you wild out?
She wilded out
First
that
of all,
night.
no, let's get the story together.
Okay.
Because he just left me. I was in my the backyard. We were listening to music. It was me, him, and his friend. And, you know, we just having fun or whatever. And he just leave. He doesn't say that he was going to go do anything. Like, he just left. And so me and his friend was trying to figure out, like, where he was. So I walked to the front, and he was sitting on the phone on FaceTime, smiling and just cheesing. So, of course, I'm going to think, you know, something is going on. And so once he saw me walk up to the car, he hurried up and got off the phone. If it was a business call, why did you have to get off the phone?
Well, you're behaving in a suspect manner.
I guess you could say I was behaving in a suspect manner, but it was a business call, and it was not a lie. And that's what I'm saying. I guess because of the past, like I said, I made mistakes.
Well, what happened in the past that would cause her to believe that you were doing something other than what you said you were doing?
I met a girl on social media, just a friend.
Right.
Me and Chantel, we had bumpy times in our relationship. It was a time where she had studied asking me to come see her. And I was like, okay, you know, I'll come down, you know. It was a family reunion. So I was planning to go to her family reunion. My uncle, unfortunately, passed away the same weekend as the family reunion. So I had to explain to her that I can't come visit you. And she didn't take that the right way. And she kind of went with it, took it, and snapped on me, you know, because of my uncle passing away. And like I said, that situation there, it moved me the wrong way, and it kind of like, it upset me and made me want to, I did it out of spite.
Right. You were angry and, you know, I'm doing the right thing and she's going to snap on me. So the heck with it. This other girl's been calling. Let me go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that, like, I regret the decision, though, because I learned a lot from it. And it was a mistake. I definitely say doing it out of spite was definitely a mistake.
Let me ask Ms. Junior something. Do you snap when you see something you don't like? Is it immediately to wow, 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 wow?
Yes.
And not a simply boom, boom.
Yes, I definitely snap.
Why do you think you snap?
Because I'm so passionate about the relationship. Like, I love him so much and I want it to work. Like, you get what I'm saying? Even with the whole situation about him going to go see the girl in Texas. First of all, I've been trying to get him to come to New Orleans for forever. And I've been sitting here being faithful. You know, I'm going to parties. I'm in New Orleans. It's a party city.
Sure.
You know, it's hard, you know, not talking
to do the right
other people.
thing.
Right. So I was trying to do that and everything, but then instead of him coming to New Orleans, what she was saying was too far. He didn't have money. He didn't have this. He went to Texas. And then my mom offered to pay for his trip and everything to New Orleans, and he still did not go.
Whenever I first went to college, when she was a senior in high school, we were really open with each other. So I explained to her, you know, what went down my freshman year of college, and you know what college life is like, the women I seen in college, you know, and basically like when she went to college, like she would dress provocatively around, man, and like. She has a
Right.
But boom, you know, and so like, you know, it's not too hard to, you know, bring attention to Chantel, you know, and so like, you know, it'll make me jealous, envious sometimes, you know.
Right, I got you. I want to move on to find out where we are and what we're doing. It says something here that I don't understand. It would have been easier if he'd been drunk at a party. So we're gonna figure out what that means.
We knew it would be a long-distance relationship, and we knew we would have to make compromises to make this relationship work. One of the compromises that she offered was that she'd be okay with other women orally pleasing me. And so that kind of like, you know, that put me at ease, you know? Like, what should I be okay with you doing over there, you know?
I might have answered my own question. When you said it would have been easier had he been drunk at the party, you're talking about that cheating that he just described to me. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Because it was more of a conscious, willing decision that he made as opposed to a, oops, I drank too much.
Yes.
And fell on somebody.
Yes. He literally had to spend his money to go to Texas. And then not only did you spend your money going, you just don't go to Texas and just find a random girl to have sex with. You have been talking to her for a long amount of time. And because she lives in Texas, it kind of was like a long distance relationship too, just like it was with me. So why couldn't you just come see me?
Do you see what she's saying there?
I definitely understand what she's saying, but can we backtrack a little bit?
Please.
Going into college, like I said, we knew it would be a long-distance relationship, and we knew we would have to make compromises to make this relationship work. And one of the compromises that she offered was that she'd be okay with other women orally pleasing me. And so that kind of like, you know, that put me at ease, you know? Like, what should I be okay with you doing over there, you know? So I don't know, it's just always been like some type of insecurity between us, you know?
Yeah.
So.
If you allow me to do this, what does that mean you're doing?
Yeah, and it's, like I said, it just didn't sit well with me.
Did you actually tell him he could do that?
Yes, because he had already cheated once, and like I said, I really love Joshua. I really don't feel like I'm gonna be with anybody else but him in the future. So it's kind of like, if you feel like it's necessary for you, he's very sexual by nature. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, if I'm all the way in New Orleans.
If it's just a needs thing.
Like, maybe you could do it, but we need to talk about it. But then I definitely changed my mind shortly after that. Both of us did. So that kind of ended that.
I want to go back to your attitude, because you say that he says you're condescending and he's really not understanding what you're trying to do. So I want to talk about that attitude and how it's getting in the way of the relationship.
She's really snappy, really quick to send text messages, talking about I'm done this and done that, and she called me the B word. You know, do your homework then, B. You know, it's kind of like, you know,
hold up.
And I just felt like I don't disrespect her like that.
Did you come at him that sideways? Tell me about what happened when you injured your foot and why it was a problem.
It was a problem because I was staying with Joshua like most of the summer. Like I was spending the night with him, you know, whatever, staying with him. And to me, he just wasn't taking care of me like the way he should have been taking care of me. Like I couldn't really walk. I couldn't do certain things. Like he will always want to go out, and I keep telling him, like, you know, I can't walk with crutches and like be comfortable. So he would be like walking fast ahead of me when really you're supposed to be walking on the side of me, like, you know, making sure I don't fall or anything. His friends are taking better care of me than he was. Like, he's just really inconsiderate.
Mr. Stepney, your version of that?
I did a lot for her in the summertime when her leg was injured. Nobody else was hanging out with her. She got friends. Nobody else was trying to come see her or take her to where she want to go eat specifically or do this and that with her. We went all the way down to Alabama in the middle of nowhere, and I went with her because that's how I feel. I love her as well. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It was an instance like when her tire got flat. She came to see me at school.
Right.
Her tire got flat about maybe 50 miles out from my school. Within a span of 4 days, we drove back and forth trying to fix her tire. And so when my uncle passed, she sent me a long text message dismissing the fact that I took a lot of time out of my schedule, you know, to actually like help her. And instead of like, you know, giving me the credit, you know, she took it away from me. And
Was she mad about something else? What was she saying in the text message?
This was when my uncle passed away. She was mad that I couldn't come see her.
Oh,
yeah.
You were mad. I understand though. At some point with the foot incident, she started calling you names. She called you the B word.
The B word, yeah. You know, that's
Tell me how that transpired.
She wanted me to go to her family reunion in Philadelphia, and I was in summer school. I had an assignment due, long paper, can't go, like, end of story. And basically, like I said, she's really snappy, really quick to send text messages, talking about I'm done this, I'm done that, and she called me the B word. You know, do your homework then, B. You know, it's kind of like, you know,
hold up.
Yeah, like, you know, I got a pride about myself where if you coming at me like that, it's gonna make me look at you a whole different way, you know? And I just felt like I don't disrespect her like that.
Did you come at him that sideways?
First of all, it was a lot of reasons why I was mad at him. It wasn't just like he wasn't coming to the...
Well, what were you mad about that would make you call him something like that?
I put up a picture on Snapchat, you know, looking good or whatever. And he kind of said, he was like, oh, well, I want you to have my baby. So I was like, okay, I thought he was really just joking, trying to tell me I looked good. But then we got home, we both got home to Chicago, and he was like, so tell me when you're ready. And so I was just like, okay, well, maybe he's serious. But then when we got in a situation where it kind of was like that could have been the outcome, he was horrified. He was horrified, and then he went to the store with his friend in the car. Let me say that, with his friend in the car, went to the store, and then got me a Plan B.
Did you ask her to have your baby?
Yeah, but we talk about that. Like I said, I've been knowing Chantel for a long time. Like I said, when you kids, you talk about stuff like that. But with this summer, I don't remember saying that I was ever ready to have a baby right now.
Oh, I know. Listen, I know what's going on with you two. You two don't have a clue, but I do. And I'm about to tell you what it is going on with the two of you. I want to tell you how gratifying it is to see a young couple like you, intelligent, well put together, in college, thinking, loving one another, no ratchet behavior. I mean, just good, solid young people. You people are thinking, you're planning, you're being together, you're intelligent, and I want you to know how much I appreciate and respect that, and I don't want you to ever forget that about each other. He is not your everything. You are your everything. He may be your man. He may be the guy you're supposed to be forever with, but he's not your everything. And the reason I'm telling you that is because that's the reason you snap. That's the reason you lose your mind in his direction. That's the reason you call him out his name, because you have made him your everything. And the very idea, it's like if someone were to try to drown you, you wouldn't like, oh, man. You'd fight and fight and fight and kick and punch and do whatever you had to do. The thought of losing him is like drowning. So you're always fighting and kicking and punching because the idea that you might lose him is akin to losing your very life. So you have a physiological response, fight or flight, because you've got to make it happen. And I'm telling you, God bless you. I hope you live to 110. But if he got hit by a bus tomorrow, your life would proceed. You would be sad, but you would have your dreams, your future, your intellect, your brilliance, your beauty, and all of that remains intact. He's a wonderful perk, but don't treat it like it's life or death, because it's not. And once you realize that it's not life or death, any little silly thing he does ain't gonna bother you like that. You see what I'm saying? So make that your attitude. You know, don't be dismissive, but it ain't that serious. You're too pretty, you're too young, 21 years old. Oh my God. Do you know how much living I did between 21 and married? Woo! You know what I'm saying? But that living allowed me to pick the right cat. The right dude, you know, you know, you gotta have some experience behind you. You gotta have some, oh, I got left behind you. And realize the sun will come up tomorrow and the shoes will still be in the closet and nothing really changed. You guys are young. I hope you do stay together, but it is not life or death. If you're really meant for one another and you separate for a few years, get a little living under your belt and come back to one another full, complete adults, then maybe it is a forever thing. But don't treat it like that now. And women often mistake snapping and popping and crackling for strength. That is nothing but a sign of weakness. It is an indication of fear and lack of security. Don't get it twisted. Good luck to both of you. This matters again.
After today, I think I'm gonna spend more time and more focus on my education and my money. other than my relationship. I'm still gonna love Joshua, I'm still gonna be with him, I'm still gonna wanna make it work, but I can't make him that much of a priority anymore after hearing what the judge says.
I'm pretty sure I would know Chantel forever. Like I said, we have a bond, you know, that, you know, petty stuff won't really break. You know, we'll get mad at each other, but at the end of the day, you know, we know everything will be fine. So as far as the future, I expect Chantel to be in my future, yes.
On Divorce Court today, is the bond between twins stronger than the bond Sashay and Torrance share? And can two couples share one roof? Or is it 3 against Sashay? Sashay Bowens and Torrance Daniels have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court Before Your Vows starts now.
I'm here today on a Before Your Vows, very special Before Your Vows, because I have 2 twin brothers, Torrance and Lawrence Daniels, who are engaged to 2 of the most beautiful women I've ever met. And they're living together. They've come out to LA together from Michigan, and both of you want to determine whether or not you should marry. I gave you guys your license and election. And the election was more important than the license. I just won't say that. You 2 have taken a compatibility test as well. And I got a whole lot to say to you about what I saw in yours. And I've got your license, which I can give back to you, or you've given me permission to tear up should I think this union is ill-advised. I'm going to start with Ms. Bowens. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you would like to marry, but you're not sure that it's the right thing to do?
Well, I met Torrance a year and a half ago back home in Detroit. We worked together. The way we kind of started off was we brushed each other off for the first 2 or 3 weeks. And then finally one day he actually followed me out to my car, and he, you know, was just talking to me, and I just sort of, I snapped on him. I gave him a few choice words, and then he was like, I'm gonna call you when I get home. And we've been going ever since.
So how long has that been? How many years has that been?
A year and a half.
A year and a half?
A year and a half, yeah.
You moved out here from Michigan with him,
yes.
Correct? How long had you been dating when you moved out here with him?
7 or 8 months.
7 or 8 months. Typically, that would get a lecture from me about picking up your life after knowing up a guy 7 or 8 months and moving out here to pursue his dream. But I'm not going to give it right now because I want to get some more information, but I'm just saying. But tell me how the relationship has progressed and why you're concerned about whether or not to marry.
We have definitely grown a lot together, more spiritually in a sense, and we did move fast, so we had a lot of things to learn together. I mean, learn about each other, especially moving in. That's when you really learn who a person is.
The 4 of you live in the same apartment, correct? Or in the same place? Okay. And what has that togetherness done to your relationship?
I'm an independent person. So I like to do stuff when I want to do it, how I want to do it, not including anybody else.
Okay.
So that's more of a selfishness on my end. Yes, I know that. And it has been hard for me to, I can't go to spend a day for Sashay because I have to include Torrance, and then Torrance wants to do everything else that I don't want to do.
I got you. Mr. Daniels, she's telling me that she feels like she can't do what she wants to do because you always want to do things together, and when you're together, you want to do things that you want to do. Is she got that wrong, or is that accurate?
She got that all the way wrong.
Okay, tell me what's right.
Sashay, she can pretty much do what she wants to do. I don't hold her from doing anything. She likes to isolate herself. So in her isolating herself, I pretty much let her do that because she's...
When she isolates herself, what is she doing? Does she leave the house and not come back? Does she sit in her room? What do you mean isolate?
She likes to hide in the room.
Hide in the room?
Yes, she likes that room. So
I let her go and isolate herself because when she's sad, she has to do things with me. It's typically with my brother because I like him being everywhere I'm going, you know.
So if she's dating you, she's got to almost date him too.
Well, no, she don't have to date him, you know. She.
Well, I know, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's tagging along.
Pretty much. I mean, because we're out here for a specific reason, and that's to, you know, capture Hollywood with our gifts, our entertainment. And I feel like we need to be seen a lot more. So when we're incorporated and doing our thing, sometimes I do try to involve my brother into the equation. So.
And it's kind of a twin thing, too.
It's a
I don't
twin
know.
thing.
I mean, you guys have always been together from before birth.
Exactly.
And you like being together. And you both think you're spectacular. Together. And that's what it is. Why don't you tell me what your main concern is with respect to Ms. Bowens?
I definitely love this young lady. I do. The relationship did move pretty fast, but, you know, I pray to ask God to send me my wife, and that he did, you know, and I believe that she is my wife. But I can't get the whole isolation thing with her, you know.
Is that the sum total of your difficulty? Is that she likes to be alone?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. You know, I mean, you got a house full of people, and, you know, we invite a lot of our friends over. I'm going to keep it real right now. We enjoy ourselves, we eat, we watch movies, we laugh, do things that friends do. And she's in the room and everyone's looking at me like, what's wrong with us?
What's up with her? Let me ask you this. You said in your papers that you don't think he's affectionate, that you don't feel loved. Explain that.
At the very beginning, I didn't, because he's like really into Torrance. Like,
yes, he is.
Torrance, you know,
That's right.
I'm a man. And I can respect that. But at the end of the day, when you're talking about marrying somebody, it's different from just being in a relationship. Like, you got to make sure home is good first, and then worry about, we're not married yet, but if you don't do it now, you're not going to do it when we get married. It's that simple. That's how I look at it.
Do you see that she has unmet needs, and are you aware of what they are?
She wants a lot of my attention. And I will say I don't give it to her as much as I should. Because I'm so attentive to, you know, work and myself especially, and then I have a look-alike. You know, I'm attentive to him. You know, because
and she's like number 3
no,
on the
she's
list.
not number 3. She's number
3.
You know, I don't think no one's number 3. I just, you know, I put her in the same category as my family, which is my brother, because he's out here with me. So in that, I mean, you know, it's pretty much it. You know.
I got you.
Next, does Torrance's twin eat up Sashay's groceries because he's hungry, or a thoughtless thief? Is a third wheel causing problems in your relationship? Call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real life, real relationships, real solutions. Divorce Court continues.
Ms. Bowens, what you say indicates to me that your concern is not necessarily just the living arrangements with him, but that the fact that the entire group is living together. Is that true?
It's only problematic to me when I when I feel like I have a spouse that doesn't support me. Like, I'm out here literally by myself, and if I can't depend on you to protect me and support me, then really, what?
Well, let me ask you this. Do you not get along with his brother and his fiancée?
We get along. We're cordial, but things could be a lot better. Let's just be real. Things could be a lot better.
Give me an example of a concern that you have that has arisen with the group. And since I'm about to talk about you, why don't you both come forward and take your respective spots so we can, because this is all involved.
The concern for me is we all came out here together, so we're all supposed to be a unit. I'm a very generous person. I don't mind giving things to people when they ask me, or, you know, you come to me and you keep it 100 and say, hey, you know, I really don't have this, or hey, can I, you know, have this? You know, I understand that, yeah, you can have it. But when there's a lack of respect for things like, okay, food, or just people in general.
They mess with your stuff. They believe that they have a right or are entitled to your stuff without asking.
Exactly.
Now, Torrance?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you believe that's true?
To a certain extent, yes. It is. I've had to...
And who do you believe is most guilty of that?
My... my brother.
Your brother. Okay, all right, yeah. Now, Lawrence, do you understand the nature of her concern?
Well, I don't touch her stuff. I touch his stuff. Because I feel like I'm entitled to his stuff, just like he's entitled to mine. He touched my stuff without asking.
Are you concerned that Lawrence is touching Torrance's stuff, not your stuff?
We buy food separately. Torrance and our food is our food. I don't mind sharing ads. Don't go and use my stuff before I do it and then use all of it. Come on now. Like, it's simple respect. It's not about me, me being disrespectful, you, all that. It's not, because I never say anything.
So
it's
is that the deepest thing that's the problem, is that the failure to respect your separate stuff?
That's the biggest thing for me.
I'm going to go to Miss Cheers, because I think she's going to give me the best answer to this. How do you see her part in this relationship that we have going on here? What's not quite going right?
Well, like her fiance said, she's very anti, and we're more outgoing. Like, she doesn't have a personality at all.
Wow.
Like, at all. She's just more go to the room, like he said, go to the room and just be to herself. I'm more youthful. She acts like she's 34.
When you say she acts like she's 34, is she controlling or trying to run what's going on in the household?
She doesn't, like, fit in. That's not a bad thing, but as far as what we like to do, going out.
She's just different. She has different interests.
She's different,
You can respect that.
And nothing's wrong with that at all.
Got it. But that's why she feels isolated, though. It's because her interests are different.
Well, I mean, with us loving to do what we do, she isolates herself. It's not like we're pushing her away,
No, I get that.
I love her. She isolates herself, because I ask her all the time, hey, come on. No. Like, well, what am I supposed to do? Sit in the dark room with you?
Yeah, I understand. I understand. I understand that. Under the right circumstances, that could be wonderful, but I get what you're saying. That's exactly I get what you're saying.
When Divorce Court Before Your Vows continues, is Sashay's West Coast adventure the road to love or a path to heartache?
Do you think the bond between twins is stronger than the bond between a married couple? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers. Call now.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court Before Your Vows continues.
Thank you for your input, Ms. Cheers and Mr. Daniels. You can have a seat now. I appreciate you helping me out there. Now, this is the point at which, after I've heard all the problems, I wonder why you're considering to get married at all. So now I'm going to ask. Ms. Bowens, I'm going to give you 90 seconds to tell me why you believe Mr. Daniels is the man you should spend the rest of your life with.
I believe Mr. Daniels is the man I should spend the rest of my life with, because I have grown significantly with him as far as in my spiritual walk with Christ. I have learned a lot being with him. I've learned things that I never thought I would have learned. He's a friend. He's a great friend. I can really go to him and rely on him about things regarding anything. And he's very supportive. He's my backbone. Like, he listens. He understands. I don't date people and just say, oh, this is just it. Like, I date you and then move on. No, we're dating and we're going to date for a purpose. Our relationship has a purpose. We're growing together, so this is why I see myself with this man for the rest of my life.
Mr. Daniels.
Yes, Judge.
Why is she the woman for you for the rest of your life? Go.
Well, Sashay, she's unique. She's different. She's in her own world, which is a good thing for me. Because I can go into her world and still have fun and come back and go into mine.
Right.
Hey, it works. It works. She works for me. We work together. I love her business intuition, if I could put it that way. She has a very, very business state of mind. The character behind her business, our businesses that we're planning to do together, is like phenomenal. I love her vision. She supports my vision. I support hers. When I prayed and asked God, I said, I need a team, you know, a union, one, and oneness. And I believe that God blessed me with my wife, you know. There's still a lot of things that we need to work on, definitely. And through prayer and having someone as beautiful as you help us out here, you know, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's
really.
I mean, it's compliment.
I want to talk about your compatibility test. You know what you did, right? When I asked you what's wrong with you, and you said nothing. You knew it was wrong, and you were being funny, and I don't take that seriously. So I want you to tell me one thing that's wrong with you. Just
wrong with me. Thought I was an angel. Something that's wrong with me. I would have to say.
Repeat after me. I am not self-aware.
I am not self-aware.
I am arrogant.
I am arrogant.
You see where I'm going with this? You know, we could go on and on, but I think I'll leave it there.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Here's where we are. Different parts of this process tell me different things. And the part of the process that I think spoke most loudly about the two of you is when I asked you why that other person is the person for you. You described a really good minister. I had a really good minister once who did all the things that you say he does for you. And you described a really good business partner. Unique, different partnership, business partner. Not loving, not caring, not soft, sweet, you know, none of that. It was all about what she could bring to the table that is Torrance. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like she can help keep the books. And she go in her room, and I'll go visit her every once in a while, and then I'm gonna go out in the other room and with my brother suck all the air out of it so everybody else passes out. Ms. Bowens, you made a mistake when you moved out here with him. You never know a guy for 7 months and go leave your life and live his, because you've got no leverage. You've got no, I can just walk away. You've got none of that. You've given up all of your freedom and your options for a guy who really doesn't love you for who you are. He loves you for what you can do for him. You know what I mean? If he liked a quiet, solid, you know, your solitude, your quietness. I'm very reserved. I never go anywhere. I'm kind of like you. Stay in my room. I'm not all that party. But my husband likes that. It's not an inconvenience to him. And who you are inconveniences him. You can't marry that. You just can't do it. Messieurs Daniels, I will say this to both of you. Pride goeth before the fall. You know what I'm saying? Read all the parts of the Bible that startle you, that define you, that deconstruct what you're doing to make you a better person. You're both arrogant. You got it more under control than he does.
Amen.
He's just all out front with it. But a true belief doesn't allow for that. That arrogance. I am. You're not the cat that gets to say that. You know what I'm saying? You can be wonderful. You can be great. You can be fabulous. You can be smart. And you can sing well and act and dance and be beautiful. But you don't get to love it, who you are and how you shine, because you won't be a good husband to anybody. if that's what you are. If all the light shines on you, your spouse will necessarily wilt in the shadow of what you've done. I ain't giving y'all nothing. Other than my advice to find a life of your own, decide what you want to do, who you want to be, and then lay it out there for what it is. If he likes it, he'll come forward. If not, move forward, because just because you've been with him for a while doesn't mean you need to be with him forever. There's a lot of guys out there and there are a lot of things to do out there. Just because you know, don't be stuck, fly on. Please. Then this matter is adjourned.
Sashay agrees with the judge that she needs to find her own way. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.
Previously on Divorce Court.
In our relationship, he was very controlling. If he picked me up for a date and I was late coming out, he would accuse me of sleeping with someone else.
You don't take responsibility for what you do.
Yes.
You snatched his phone.
I did.
And you ran.
I did.
You chased him through the bathroom.
I said, I broke the rearview mirror. You better check out your Camaro. He said, since you want to break things, I'm going to break your neck.
Did you tell her you were going to break her neck?
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. We're reconvening the divorce case of Kevin Scott versus Shay Cannon. When I last spoke to the two of you, we hadn't even gotten to the part where you had the baby. So I want you to tell me what it was like, the power struggle that you were having that led up to the birth occurring in the manner that it did.
About a month after the whole jail experience happened, we started talking again. He started giving me rides, and we reconvened an intimate relationship. So,
is that true?
That's true, but I specifically told her what I was coming back for, and it was to ensure that the pregnancy went well. I came back for the last trimester. I said, you know what? I need to be there to make sure that as you're going to the hospital and helping you out with everything, I'll be there for that. Mm-hmm. But as far as the relationship was considered, I specifically said, this is not a relationship. I'm here as the father of this baby. Correct.
Okay. Did you have sex with her?
Yes.
Now, right before sex, you said, now, I don't really mean this.
Right.
Didn't you believe that would mislead her?
I did. Most of the time, though, I wasn't initiating the intimacy. It was Shay, like, being who she was. She was being aggressive. She would come up to me, let's get it on, you know? So,
Ms. Cannon, were you, while he was there and available, trying to rekindle a relationship? Not that that's a bad thing. I mean, you're in love, you love him, and is that what you were trying to do, or did you heed his warning that he was just there for the baby?
Actually, this is before he even moved back in. Before he moved back in, a month after I came from jail, we started an intimate relationship for 3 months before he even moved back into the house.
Is that
for
true,
the baby.
Mr. Scott? Yep.
So
Don't
he
go
only
to Vegas and gamble.
He only came over. I have text message where he only asked to come over specifically for that reason.
Is that true?
That's true.
Wow, Mr.
That was
Scott.
what we had established. Still, as far as the way that it was explained, it wasn't to be, okay, we're going to be back together. She was like, look, I got needs. And so I said, okay, you know, if we're going to go about it this way, then this is how it's going to be. I made a clear outline of how our relationship was going to go at that point in time. If you want to just use me for that, then that's all I'll be there for besides taking care of my son.
How did things progress from there, Ms. Cannon?
Yes, so after that, he did say that he was moving in to help with the baby, which I understood that. However, he would send so many mixed signals, such as, oh, we should get a house for the baby, that we need this apartment is not working, you know. So he was making plans for our future. So it was kind of it was confusing because this is how our 8 years was, just back and forth.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Yes.
So you thought it was more of the same.
More of the same.
I was basically I was going into the co-parenting. I was just trying to make sure that whatever we needed to do, we need to co-parent as smoothly as possible.
Okay, now I want to talk about the day your son was born. Explain to me that circumstance.
So actually, my water broke 2 months early. We were coming back from a doctor's appointment when my water broke. And the reason that I feel like it broke is because we were under so much stress. We were actually arguing about making arrangements for a scheduled birth because I had such a high-risk pregnancy from stress and high blood pressure.
Yeah.
So we were at the doctor's office.
So it was already problematic because you were under stress, you had no car,
yes, studying
all that
for my
was going
brokerage
on.
exam. So I asked Kevin, can we schedule a date together that we can present to my midwife of when we can schedule the delivery because they recommended 36 weeks or no later than 37. So we did not come to an agreement before we went into the office. So we actually had a difference in front of the doctor.
So y'all got at each other at the doctor's office,
just back
fighting
and
about
forth
the delivery
about the date, and it was just like
what was the problem with getting to a date?
He said he only wanted it delivered on a Friday.
Mr. Scott, is that accurate?
I was just trying to establish a time frame to try and correlate when everything would be smooth for everybody. The date, as far as when the baby was going to be born, you can't control that.
But you can, if you're scheduling a C-section, you can. So you were trying to, because you're trying to talk around it, but if you're scheduling a C-section, that's what you're doing. And you were trying to plan it so it was convenient for you. Yes.
Right. For both of us, though.
Yeah. See, let me tell you where you're not important. You're not important then. Your convenience is not important then. Her life was at risk. Her baby's life is at risk. And for you to want to fuss with her about a date that's convenient for you is childish, small, and wrong. You can die from preeclampsia. You can die from high blood pressure. She can die and the baby can die. And you were going to get into an argument with her about it being convenient for you. That is not a good look. It's not a manly look. Woo!
Within 24 hours, he was in Vegas. He
left right after the birth?
Yes.
She had the baby. They put the baby in the NICU.
The neonatal intensive care unit.
Yes.
And you went to Vegas. So when you guys were arguing about scheduling a C-section, you got so distraught, your water broke.
In the parking lot of our complex at home, my water broke right then. So we went straight to the hospital. And at this point, there was no other signs of labor or delivery except for my water breaking. So they kept me in the hospital. They tried so many methods to induce me. Nothing worked. Just medicines, just all kind of things, and nothing worked. So my doctor said that the baby would just come naturally. In the meantime, this was just another inconvenient week for Kevin because this was a week he had planned to go to Vegas. So he said, well, I'm just gonna still go to Vegas. The baby won't be here when I come back. I said, no, I think you should cancel the trip. And he said, we'll see.
What ended up happening? Did he stay for the birth?
He did. He was there for the birth.
Was he supportive?
Absolutely.
Very good. I mean, I'm not going to be mad at you about things I'm not going to be mad about, but you know what I mean? I got to give you props where you deserve it.
So within 24 hours, he was in Vegas. He
left right after the birth?
Yes.
I was quick on the trigger, wasn't I? Did you leave right after the birth?
It wasn't right after, okay? So
how long after?
It was about 48 hours.
48
so
hours.
She had the baby, and then I held the baby, did all the beautiful things that you can see in a birth. They put the baby in the NICU, and I made sure that everything was good. I asked
So
the
the
doctors,
baby was in the NICU,
Yes.
the neonatal intensive care unit,
Yes.
2 months premature,
Yes.
and you went to Vegas.
Right. But the doctors assured me that everything was fine. They said his heart rate's good, his lungs are good, everything is good.
Did you feel any obligation to support her throughout that process?
I did, and I did.
From Vegas?
No, not from Vegas, but I was supportive in this entire endeavor.
He didn't come until it was time for us to be discharged. I had nothing for my son. He came with a pink car seat for our son, and nothing for him to wear except for clothes that weren't washed or anything.
Did you come up a little late? Or did you come prepared?
I came up a little late, but she's saying she's all alone, all of this, that, and the other. There were multiple friends that came by, brought clothes, brought diapers, brought all type of stuff. So she's
not the abandoned damsel in distress
No,
that
she had a
says,
network
that she's describing.
Right. There was a number of people that she had supporting her besides myself. And so she wasn't completely abandoned by me, no.
I got you.
I found out that he was indeed having an adulterous affair with another woman. I had never known before that.
Don't you think it was rather wrong for you to move in with her and have sex with her if you ever have sex with somebody else? So what happened at the hospital when you looked through his phone?
So that very last night when he came back from Vegas, he changed the password on my phone. And I just said, why? So I said, maybe this is his. So I looked, and it was his password. So I had access to his phone. When I opened it, a whole world of information just opened my eyes to everything. I found out that he was indeed having an adulterous affair with another woman. I had never known before that.
I'm gonna ask you the bottom question. Is this true?
This is true.
Yes. Were you using protection with either one or both of those women while you were doing that?
I was using protection with the other woman.
With the other woman?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did the other woman know about this woman?
Yes.
Don't you think it was rather wrong for you to move in with her and have sex with her if you ever have sex with somebody else?
Again, that's just something that I had to learn and grow past. She was aggressively pursuing me in the house, even though I set out, hey, let's try not to do this. I tried to sleep in a separate room and everything. I was downstairs, she was upstairs. I couldn't escape.
You were running and just couldn't get away from her.
I'm trying to just help out while I'm there, but I couldn't get away. So
okay, let me tell me about when the baby's name. Check this out. It's cool.
It's cool.
Yeah, the baby's name is
Isn't
cool.
that ironic? Two of the most hot-headed, crazy folk I have ever met named their baby Cool. You guys wouldn't know Cool if it fell on your head. But tell me about what happened when you two were trying to exchange Cool.
Yes, so I was studying for some licensing, and it was a very stressful process. So I was arranging to meet Kevin to give him Cool. When we met, I told him, there's extra breast milk in the bag. Do you mind keeping him overnight? And he said, no way, no how. I said, I'm really tired, I'm really stressed out. Just one night, could you keep him? And he said, no. I said, okay, well, I'm gonna sit in your car until you take our son and put him in your car.
Now we all know it didn't happen like that, right? You didn't say politely, oh, I know, I'm going to sit in my car. You were up and ragged.
No, that's exactly what happened. He'll tell you. I said, and then I proceeded to sit in his car, and then that's when the back and forth, the exchange happened, where I tried to stay in the car, and he tried to get me out of the car.
Mr. Scott, what happened?
So what happened was she came over to me. I took Cool out of the car. I'm putting him in her car. I'm putting the car seat in there, right? She gets right up on me and says, you're taking Cool. And I said, no, I'm not. And that's when she darts over to my phone or to my car and proceeds to sit in it. So I run over there and I'm like, okay, I'm about to get you out the car. So I was about to pull on her and I grabbed her arm and I pulled a little bit and I said, hey, you know what? I'm not about to do this. I said, I'm not finna go through this entire situation all over again. I'm gonna just go ahead and take Cool and I'm gonna leave.
I'm gonna fuss at both of you. But before I fuss at you, I gotta figure out whether or not you owe her $15,000. Ms. Cannon, you say he owes you $15,000. Why don't you tell me where, well, actually $14,500. Why do you believe he owes you that amount of money?
After insurance paid for the birth of our son, we still had expenses left, totaling $20,000. So
whose insurance were you on?
Mine.
Do you have the bills reflecting that?
Yes.
Mr. Scott, what do you say about that $20,000? Do you have you seen the
$20,000
bills? Do you believe it? Do you believe you ought to pay half?
Absolutely. The $20,000, the half of that, that's perfectly fine. In fact, as of right now, she's under my insurance. So I've been paying for that for about 1.5 years now.
Oh, okay.
So there's, as far
She's
as,
under your insurance because you're married and your child is under your insurance.
Correct.
But she had to come out, they're still coming after you personally for the $20,000.
Correct.
Okay, so you know you need to pay 10 of that,
Absolutely.
right? You're good,
Absolutely.
You're good on that. Tell me about the rest of the money. You want $3,000 for emotional distress and time off work, $1,500 for a car.
So for the car that he took, we had 2 cars, and it was complete understanding that the car was mine. I drove the car 85% of the time. I paid for the $1,500 down payment, and I paid every month out of my bank account for the car payments. So the car was gone. I needed to buy a new car. I didn't have a car for 3 months, and then I bought a new one. What I'm asking him for, I could ask him for more for the car, but I'm simply asking for the down payment that I originally paid for that car.
Did you take that car from her that she put a down payment on and did not give her access to it ever again?
this was a mutual agreement to get this car, first of all. And second of all, as far as the payments were considered, we split everything down the middle in the house.
Yeah,
at
but
that
you
point
took
in
both
time.
cars. You didn't split the cars down the middle, did you?
Right, but she was the one who told me we need to get this car. And when we got the car, she said, just put it in your name because it's yours. That's why I had the car.
Yeah, but y'all married though, right?
Right.
And you can't have both cars. She gets one. That's how that goes. You know what I'm saying? She gets one, $1,500. Now tell me about the $3,000 you want.
So after I found out, so back to the cheating. What I found out was I opened the phone and this whole just world opened up to me. Even when I was in the hospital, when he would leave and I was on Pitocin, he was gone. He said he was getting
Ms.
food.
Cannon, let me stop you right there.
The 3,000.
No,
okay.
You not get, first of all, you can't get an emotional distress for that kind of thing in a marriage because people would be just throwing money. My husband and I would be throwing tens of thousands of dollars at each other all the time. That's number one. And if you want to talk emotional distress, the stuff you did about running in the bank and the house and all that kind of stuff, come on now. You were both distressing people, and you distressed one another. So you're not going to get any emotional distress. No, that conversation is over with. On a side note, it ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You want to be a motivational speaker, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
After everything that I've learned and all the experiences, and now having my son.
Mr. Scott, might I just suggest that you not hold your personal experiences in such grand favor as if that it's taught you something, great. You know what I mean? It was really dumb to do in the beginning. And then the fact that you have survived stupid and still behave rather badly with respect to the baby doesn't make you a man that should lead others. I would say that. Having said that, I will say this. $10,000 for half of those bills and $1,500 for the car. That's $11,500 in favor of Ms. Cannon, and it's so ordered.
Moving forward, I would like to communicate with Kevin specifically about the needs of our child and how we can create a great relationship just so that our son can flourish.
I would love for us to co-parent as smoothly as possible. Whenever we interact, Shay brings up drama. So as long as we can just keep things short between each other, we can have a smooth co-parenting relationship.